Mr. and Mrs. Profectus's parents? Jeff's dead.
Nah! No!
No, kid, no.
That is way
Jeff's
funnier than
dead.
it should be. That is way funnier than it should be.
So my parents come running the fuck out of the house.
It got him out of the house. I mean,
It was so lucky too because this happened. I fell, broke my arm, was lying down in this side street, and it just so happened that an orthopedic surgeon was walking his dog while this was going on, while we were waiting for an ambulance. So he comes over and sets it, and then we wait for first responders.
Wow.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a fun time.
Service with a smile.
that
Yeah, it was
from
great.
very bad to very good very quickly.
Yep.
Did you break
Yep.
the skin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So an open compound fracture of both bones in your yeah. The fact that you
Infection
don't
coming
have
outside is
permanent
generally a
nerve
bad thing.
damage is amazing.
That's my right arm too.
Graf is like,
And I'm
I do
right-handed.
nothing half-assed. Fuck y'all. Whole thing.
Yep.
Anyway, how much time we got left, Hob?
They heard the rest of Jeff's story.
Okay.
All they got
Okay.
was Jeff's dead, and then the rest of the story of
not
the
in
parents
D&D.
running out.
Anyway, so it's time for the Dungeons and the Dragons, or in this case, the boat and the
Lizard
guess
men?
Dragons.
also possibly dragons. I don't know what's in
Cool
store.
dragons.
Do you know what's in store?
I mean, I'm here all the time, so there's always a dragon.
Yeah, we have a dragon. There's a dungeon somewhere. There we go. Boom.
It's
Title
under
over.
the sea, because I think the next thing we got to do is find the hidden temple for the hidden item of the hidden dragon.
Your
The
next
legend of
character
the
is
hidden
now named
temple.
Sebastian, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, there's a lot I
Suggestion?
can do about it.
Make it a Triton Druid, and just polymorph into a crab all the time.
Charisma as a dump stat, so it's always really crabby.
Wow,
You know-
there's reasons why I will never make that character now, and I think that's one of them.
So, I actually made a sheet for Shin Reaver last week. This Sebastian.
Shintastic.
I might have to make another
Halfling
random
rogue,
character
or
sheet.
halfling monk.
Halfling monk Shin Reaver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way of the Kensei. A
Anyway,
pair of thigh.
should be a fun time. I look forward to the
thighs.
one shot. We just need to have a one shot, like meat grinder style, where we just all roll up like 5 characters and just make them as ridiculous
Oh.
as possible.
Yeah, do Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Or Dungeon of. How about Tomb of Horrors?
I mean, you could just throw a bunch of dumb villagers at it. It's the best. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Hey, you get
Anyway.
5 crappy villagers. I hope you can beat this level 3 dungeon.
Uh,
Whoever
anyway.
lives gets to be a character.
Yay!
No.
Yo, shout out to my halfling chicken farmer from the time we did it. He
Well,
carried me
that's-
so far.
That
That's
is
the best
actually
way to
how
do character building.
Dungeon Crawl Classics works. Is that anyone that lives as level 0 grinder becomes a level 1 hero. Yep.
Yay! Anywho, last we left off, the group, after acquiring their boats from its renovations, seeing the beauty and grace of the figurehead that was expertly carved by a machine that was powered by somebody, you know, details, artistic stuff. Yeah. Oh, I will go ahead and redescribe that for you. It is a large orcish person
Okay.
sitting on a cloud, like their lower torso is a cloud, with
Okay.
both of their hands stretched forward, holding a ball of lightning.
Okay.
In the middle of that ball of lightning is a goldfish.
Bloop.
And one detail I forgot to
Right.
mention, in the goldfish's teeth is a dagger, because why not?
Great.
And spanning the back all the way up, like past the upper deck of the figurehead, coming out of the back of this orcus person is dragon wings. So That is the figurehead of your
You got some
An
Japanese
angry
Oni
winged
energy.
orc with a ball of lightning,
with a fish with
goldfish in it,
with a
with
dagger in its
in
mouth.
its teeth. Okay,
It's a daggermouth goldfish. Haven't you heard of those?
right.
Yep.
Because we wouldn't want to be inconspicuous or anything.
No,
No.
God no.
We'll
You
blend
want-
in super easy now.
If you wanted subtlety, you shouldn't have, you should have gone for just like a horse.
A
A
seahorse?
seahorse?
No.
No,
Nay,
it's obviously the
that
Elsa
sounds
horse.
terrible.
Bye, Cube.
Bye, Cube.
Anyway, you got on your boat, gathered your crew through some interesting conversations amongst the groups and the various crewmen. Spent 3 days at sea with some sparring in the middle to better ascertain the combat capabilities of your crew. And by crew, I mean Brian.
I see I'm
Um,
missing spell slots. Is that involved?
Are you? I don't think you cast anything actually.
Oh, okay. I'm probably back at
Did
full.
I?
No, you all didn't cast.
Okay.
You didn't. At least not that I'm
Alright.
aware of.
Alright.
So
No. No,
Yeah.
we didn't even we didn't have real combat.
yeah, it was
Okay.
actually kind of fun.
I'll give myself my spell slots then.
And after the couple of days of travel, you found yourself to the Isle of Reptilia, a surprisingly tropical set of islands in the middle of the Azure Sea. Using the maps provided to you by Wizbolt, you found the island that was, as far as you all can tell, named Viper, and went ashore.
What?
Found the tribe of kobolds you all had heard about. They guided you to the All-Speaker, also known as Kolta, the kobold that is now a member of your crew. And he basically said that, oh, you're looking for a crystal. Well, that's on the Shining One, which was a flail snail that was being harassed by a clockwork dragon.
It wasn't me.
And you also heard rumors of a figure in a clockwork robe that dropped off some constructs there to harvest some crystals. After some very creative thinking by the barbarian, and they managed to not only get the crystals from the flail snail, but also managed to do it without taking a single point of damage, if I remember correctly.
That is correct.
And at that point, you all started to make your way out, and Tyrion, in the process of leaving, converted an entire tribe of kobolds to the Earth Dragon.
After I managed to get the now debunked or not working or slightly broken, however we did that.
Right, you also have the parts of said clockwork dragon. So
Yeah, I may have Cube. I may have so the shining one
Okay.
with the power crystals growing on its shell was being there were like bronze scouts attacking it trying to get its crystals.
Okay.
But it had killed like all of them. And we were told that if we attacked the shining one, like all 50 of the kobolds would jump us. But the constructs, they were aware that the shining one could handle the constructs, and so I like think of like how you would think like a movie barbarian would like wear the pelt of its prey.
Okay.
I wore a bronze scout and charged the flail snail until the thing fell off,
Okay.
and then just ran away with the crystals. It's fine. And then it attacked the dead body of the bronze scout, and then the clockwork dragon. When the clockwork dragon died,
very quickly.
I'm
Tyrion
gone for
Tyrion was
one
like,
session, and you kill a dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get too excited. It's a CR1 construct. So
Okay.
don't get too excited there.
It
and then
also the clockwork dragon's job was just to grow the crystals, so it was following around the flail snail, just breathing fire onto the crystals on its back, and that was making them bigger. We could physically see them growing every time the gout of flame hit. And that's all it was doing, was following around the snail,
Gotcha.
just breathing fire on it.
You've got a "what is my purpose" situation there.
Yeah.
You breathe
Yeah.
fire on a snail. Oh my god.
Oh.
But
But
yeah.
we were told not to have combat with the flail snail, but that the way to get the crystals off was to attack it.
Well, you were
So-
told not to kill it, but I mean.
I mean, he did tell us
So-
what happened if we did attack it, and it was not good.
You would have been ran off an island by about 100 kobolds.
Yeah, and we would have gotten flailed by the snail, and then attacked by 150 kobolds who were not converted at the time. So yes,
I missed
Don't
out on
attack.
flail snail.
Hey,
If I miss a flump, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, we know what
the
to
other
put in the
campaign.
next time
I roll
Hold on, I need
Q
to-
has a week off.
I need to write something down. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, you all are leaving the cave with your new little kobold friend in tow. He's gathered his belongings, and you all
By
make
the
your...
way, speaker means he speaks common.
Only kobold in the entire tribe that spoke common and draconic, so he could speak to...
Oh, okay.
So don't get your hopes up that you have an encyclopedia and a kobold. It speaks common and draconic, but when
That
you can only
sounds
speak
weird.
draconic, common's a big deal. But yeah, so you all make your way back to your little rowboats and begin the process of rowing back to your big boats. And while you're on your way, Kolta's just kind of looking around, looking at your little rowboat. It's like, this is a nice boat. Must have not been fun on the larger waves, but it's
Oh,
quaint.
we got a bigger one. We just didn't want to beach it on this island.
Bigger one. Where?
Don't
where?
worry, we have real boat.
He kind of looks around and sees it's like, oh yeah, that's a bigger boat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it is. Good eye.
Yeah. You all go ahead and row your boats back to your other boats.
Gently
And,
down the stream.
Through the process of a couple of crew members, you get your all's little rowboat back up onto the deck, and notably, one of the people that comes down to help tie off the rowboat to lift it up is Brian, and he actually learned a sailor's knot in the process of you guys being
Hello,
gone.
friendo. How are you doing today?
He learned one, but he learned one, so
Is it a good one?
Yay!
Like I examined the knot. Is the boat gonna fall off?
it's sturdy. It took him. He initially messed up a left and right hand knot on the first attempt, but he got it on the second try. So, kid's making an effort.
I clap him firmly on the shoulder as I walk by.
You almost knock him off his feet, but that's fine.
Color me surprised.
And then small little kobold kind of just peeks up out of the rowboat. It's like, oh, there's a lot of people up here. Right up here.
It'll be fine. You'll like them. You'll learn to like them. They're okay people.
All right. And he climbs his way out of the boat, and to his surprise, no one on board seems to care that there's a kobold on the ship when he's accompanied by the entire officers' brigade. So
That's a valid point. I forgot about us all being officers. They're not gonna question
yeah,
shit.
so no one
Yeah.
questions literally anything. It's just like, oh, guess we have a kobold in the boat now. Okay.
I will
And
second
he,
that emotion.
Makes his way
raise
below
it
deck
to the ground and
because
restart
the
humanity.
sun, it hurt.
Does small kobold have any sailor's kit?
In their supplies, they have a single bronze scimitar, a shield that looks like it's made out of the shell of a turtle,
Eh.
and like bare bones kit, like maybe 25 feet of rope, to like ultra basic stuff, like enough that you could survive, but by no means is it enough.
I want to go below deck and replace Kit.
Okay. Easy enough to do. He seems to take a weird fascination with some of the metal work that you hand him, like the mess kits and that kind of thing. So, but yeah. So you get him settled in, and while the boat is being tied back down to the deck, Quinn actually comes over to you, Merrick, and kind of just walks over. Well, where are we off to now, if I may ask?
Oh, right. I think we have a god mission to go do, something like that. Middle of the ocean, somewhere. Wait, where did,
That is
Tyrion? Or Tyrion still here?
Sal!
Yes, yes. What?
Come above deck, please, and speak to Captain when you have opportunity.
As every kid knows, when they say when you have opportunity, that means right now.
that means now, but yes.
I come up with a dragon head in my hand, and Brimothy sitting on my shoulder.
Rimothy.
Things name change every time. I love it.
Yes, it is. He may not be Chameleon, but his name is Chameleon. Yes, what I was tinkering with little dragon. What was question? Why am I here?
I just jerk my thumb at the captain and go back to my business.
Question is, what was the other business that you had out here?
Somewhere under the sea is the temple, is one of the temples of the earth god. Jills, do you have it stuck in your head now?
Yes.
Did your god tell you where to find the temple, or just say somewhere under the sea?
I don't remember. Does he say it? Did he give me? Did they give me like a general indications of?
He said your pseudo dragon will guide you.
He says, "Little one here," and I pet Jimothy under the jawline of. He will show the way. Jimothy. Wow, it actually knew what Jimothy.
Your text speech, your speech text.
Yep.
Little pseudo dragon's just kind of sitting there, kind of looks over at you.
Right, Jameson, where are we going? What direction?
You see him kind of look over at you, nod in acknowledgement, kind of look around. Like he closes his eyes for a second, and just after a moment or two of his eyes just kind of sitting there being closed, he opens up and his tail points around to the north, which is actually through the island key that you all are in. Like it would be cutting through the middle of it.
Right, we head north. Apparently this dragon, is influenced by the god of the, dwarf friend of ours here.
Little wave.
It's gonna point the way to, a hidden temple under the sea, which I'm sure has no shortage of riches, as temples do.
Upon seeing the direction, Quinn's kind of like, if I may make a suggestion, perhaps go
Certainly.
around the islands here. The middle can get a bit weird.
Tight.
I've been here once or twice, and the middle of the islands kind of play by their own rules, so to speak.
Okay, so the suggestion was to be careful?
The suggestion is to go around, assuming we don't need to go to the middle. Just go around the island keys, not through them.
Right, okay, so, we'll start making our way around the island, curving to the north, and, just look for the dragon's tail to change direction. Maybe it points to the middle, maybe it doesn't, but we'll follow its tail. Just like sometimes we follow Sam's goes.
All right. All right. Well, at that point, the crew gets around, lifts the anchor, drops the sails, and the boat is moving underway. It's easy enough at this point because you literally have something guiding you where to go. Over the course of a couple hours, it you slowly make your way around the islands, and it's not the location you're looking for is not in the islands. It is actually on the outside of the islands. It's just near them. So
Okay.
yeah, you it's getting to be about 4, 5-ish o'clock at this point. Like dusk is ever so slightly starting to fall, and you guys are on the upper deck, and your little pseudo dragon, whatever its name shall be for this particular exchange. Tyrion, you hear in your head, it just kind of look around for a moment. It's like, it's here.
Call out to the captain of, it's here. We should probably weigh anchor. And then I say to little one, is it like directly below us, slightly to left, right?
And it just kind of looks around, it's like, it's here, and it does springs off your shoulder, flies forward on the ship, and hits the anchor release. I need a deck save from everybody.
Smart dragon. A lot heavier than I thought. Dex.
12.
I hate it. 20.
All right.
How do you hate it? You got a
14.
20.
All right, hold on. Let me make some others.
Oh, fuck. I'm fucked. That would be a 5.
Okay, so, Jeff, do me a favor, make a con save for the boat.
Jeffafa.
Con save for the boat. Is it just my own con save?
No, it's the boat's con save.
Boat's con save. Let me get that.
So,
Hold up.
Oh, the boat has
As-
character sheet.
as the anchor drops and hits the bottom, the boat just immediately, like, lunges forward. You know how in Sea of Thieves, like, when you hit the anchor, it, like, moves a little bit, but basically stops dead?
Yep.
It more or less does that, and everyone on the upper deck manages to stay on their feet, except for Tyrion.
Yep. Tyrion
So
face plants.
the boat has a +2 con. Any proficiency with this, or just the boat's
No,
con?
just the stat, and then a
Okay.
d20 plus the stat.
12.
Man.
All right. So the anchor chain pulls tight, and there is some mild splintering on the edge, but manages to look like it avoids anything actual damaging. But it does take a hit in the looks. But overall, no damage taken on the hull after a stunt like that.
I will offer a hand to help Tyrion up, and while offering said hand and looking at Tyrion, if you could tell Bloomingdale not to drop the anchor suddenly, that would be appreciated.
That sounds like a very good idea. I was not expecting that. Shakira, stop it.
It's just sitting on the capstan looking cute, and you hear back in your head, "It's here."
I thought this was a B-name.
I mean, I've called
I
it
think-
Jimothy, Blimothy. If you want to call him Blimpathy the whole
that's
time.
true.
I think the meme is just change the name every time.
Okay, got it.
That
I'm
doesn't fit
good
our
at
group
that.
at all.
Nope.
If
Nope.
yours
I
has
have no
a-
experience at all with sudden name changes for no reason.
If you have a severe need to make your character canon if he only calls him B names, have at it.
Cool. We'll roll with it.
Anyway, but yeah, so you guys take a moment, dust yourselves off, pick it up, you go over to the capstan and get your pseudo dragon, just kind of look over the edge of the boat and just see water.
Do I hear singing? Does it look like there's some stupid mermaid with a diamond in its chest or some shit like that?
Make a perception check.
Sea of Thieves, I swear to God. What the fuck? You were
Perception
rolling
check,
just fine.
Mermaid
What check?
diamonds.
Perception.
Perception. That would be a 12.
No, you don't hear any statues of mermaids with gems in their chests.
Well, looks like we don't have any shit. Apparently that changed my accent again. There is no sound like scary CFD things down there. We should be good. Let's Does anyone
I don't
have an idea?
suppose anyone can breathe water. No.
Check my spell list.
Nope. Does not look like it.
Nope, I have no gills, I have only lungs.
I could send the goldfish.
Will it be?
You
Will it
could
come
send the
back?
goldfish.
I'm gonna do that.
I don't mean to be, rude or anything, but, I imagine it's going to look a lot like bait to some of the larger fish that are likely in these waters.
What? Do I have a touch tech spell? Did I actually grab one? No, I grabbed Toll the Dead.
Well.
Damn.
So, what are you doing with Mr. Bubbles right now? Are you just like getting ready to like open this little thing and just dump him into the water? Or...
Yeet him into
Yeah,
the
how
sewer.
far does he need to go to check for this?
Well,
Like, is it
how
near-
far can you see through his eyes?
As far as a goldfish can see. These really haven't been
You know
defined, I
what?
don't think.
That's a very fair point. Let me check his stat sheet and see what his wisdom is.
Probably not very good.
He might be the reason why it's
Okay.
called Wisdom.
I have a number.
Do I keep mental stats?
When you're
No, I
looking,
forget how that works.
when you're looking through your familiar's eyes, you lose the vision and sound out of your own.
Okay.
And there is like a set range on how far you can do that, I think.
Okay. It's like 100 feet.
For Find Familiar. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if the Warlock Pact has anything different.
There's Find Familiar.
Oh, it's just the spell Find Familiar?
Mhm.
Then yeah, it's 100 feet.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. Unless Pact to Chain adds anything.
Yeah. I will say with
Back
the
to the
water
chain
here,
does add some stuff.
yeah, the
It
water
does. Let me
here
check.
is fairly clear. You can see down about 75, 80 feet, and you don't really see much of anything.
You could go on a quick trip.
I am good swimmer.
I mean, you could try going down there and seeing if you find anything, and then we will put on some metal boots and see if we cannot, water temple this. Oh my god, it's the fucking water temple. Abort.
There are not many fucking puzzles.
It's bold of you to assume I could make puzzles that would actually work.
Bold of you to
The
try and
module
assume
you
that you
make
can't
it.
look shit up on the internets.
Doesn't
he was
add any
super eager.
distance or anything. It adds more forms and it adds the ability for it to attack.
Yeah, okay. So none of the things I'm taking advantage of. Great.
Well, I will say,
I chose
you
Pact well.
guys are gathered on the edge of the boat talking. Merrick, you would notice this first. There's a blub from Mr. Bubbles of a bubble that's just black.
Do I notice this?
Not right
Does-
away. After a moment, you watch this bubble come out of the glass he's in. And then everyone would notice it.
Does your... I haven't noticed it yet, and I apologize if I've missed something. Does your goldfish hit the pipe?
Not that I noticed.
And it just kind of floats into the middle of the cluster of you guys and pops.
Okay.
And each of the little droplets hits each of you individually in the chest, as well as any familiars you may want.
Yeah.
And you feel your lungs sag for a moment. And then
Convulsing.
after a second, your lungs definitely something magic just happened to your lungs from this fish.
Is air not quite cutting it anymore?
No, air is fine.
Or is it? What did fish
one's-
do? Is that
No one's
vape
suffocating
juice?
in the air, if that's what you're asking.
It's vape juice.
Arcana
Nope.
check. Can I do that?
Go ahead.
Nothing ventured,
I
nothing
can just
gained.
blimp it
I'll
using
dive
the
overboard.
goldfish.
Holy shit, Captain! Well, there goes Captain.
What did you do? What is this?
At this,
Help.
while he's asking Mr. Bubbles, I'm looking after the captain, going, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. So you asked, what did he do? He said, helped.
That is very vague. Thank you.
Well, the captain is about to pop up like a daisy and see what happens. Captain.
Yep, I went overboard.
I'm going to guess that it is probably water breathing, but let's actually put a check to that.
Captain. Oh god, Captain's dead.
It's not bad.
Oops.
You've never had a water breathing spell cast on you?
Mhm.
I mean, it definitely is something aquatic based that just casts a spell on your lungs specifically at the mention of needing to go underwater.
Okay, I use my common sense.
So,
Do you have that?
No,
Oh no, we're dead.
that's wisdom. I'll do a save.
I don't have common sense, I have rare sense. It's an upgrade.
uncommon sense.
It's all uncommon
Legendary
sense.
sense.
Common sense is a
Double
lie.
upgrade. Epic sense.
But yeah, so
Well,
I have literally gone overboard. How long until I hit the water, and can I drink it and breathe it?
yeah, no. You hit the water pretty much immediately, and you try to breathe underwater.
Yep.
No issue.
Sweet. Hey, everyone! The black bubble made me breathe water. It's kinda cool.
Well,
Quinn, you're in charge again. Come on, officers.
off we
Uh,
go. Because,
Also,
who knows how long this lasts.
24 hours.
I mean,
Well,
we don't
We
know
still
that
don't
though.
know that. Let's go.
That's fair. Anyway, for what it's worth, all familiars involved that can't already breathe underwater also had it cast on them. So, if you want to bring your bird underwater, you can.
Come on down, Sam.
Lego.
I take Griffithy and I tuck him into the front. If Jeff and Pims had a baby, Griffithy.
no. I refuse.
oh,
And I tuck him into the front
I
of my
think he found a
breastplate
button.
so that he doesn't like get washed away as I yeet over the side of the boat.
Alright.
It's a big man baby energy.
I just awkwardly flounder off the edge of the boat.
Yeah.
Is Tyrion trying to swim in armor?
I will say quickly,
I've-
y'all never sold the Mariner's armor.
That's why I'm asking, because that's the one who's wearing armor, who probably needs to change his armor.
If you wear heavy armor, though, you'll go to the bottom faster.
Yeah, that's my train of thought.
Sure, that
with
set of Mariner's armor was only medium.
I didn't put on no one put on the Mariner's armor.
Yes.
Oh, did someone put on the Mariner's armor?
No, no one put it on, but this would seem like a kind of situation where armor designed specifically for water use would be useful.
I'm already in the water.
One would think.
I put the water armor in my backpack. Let's go.
Okay, so you guys begin to make your way under the water and go deeper and deeper.
What does Sal trying to swim in heavy armor look like?
There's no swimming. It's literally I jumped in, and I have my arms wrapped around my chest because I'm making sure little dragon doesn't flutter away into the breeze, underwater breeze. and I'm just kind of like cross-legged, slowly sinking like a heavy leaf.
Yeah, that's accurate. It's not so much.
Is Bobcat
Sinking.
eagerly
I like
trying to get further down?
They are very intently just watching the water as they go down. One thing I will say with part of the underwater breathing, mostly for convenience, no issues with no issues with your eyes being open in salt water for starters, and you all can
Nice.
communicate. So that's more for convenience, but so there is no problems there. Just consider it part of the spell for this one. So yeah, you guys make your way down 100, 150, 200 feet. At about the 230 mark, you see a large piece of wood just kind of sticking up.
Ooh.
And you go a little bit deeper, and there's a crossbeam on that piece of wood, and some pulleys, and a rope. And after a certain point, you guys find yourself looking at a ship. Broken in multiple pieces, two of the masts ripped completely apart,
It's a fucking sea turtle.
and wrapped around the middle of the part of the ship appears to be a giant purple tentacle that looks like it has been shot off by something. That is just wrapped around the middle of this ship.
So Calf is underwater?
And it's probably every bit of 40, if not more. 40 feet, if not more, long. And a couple moments looking at it, and you realize you're looking at a sunk warship.
Worship, I understand why it's a temple. Worship, got it.
Ooh.
Have I ever
Yes,
seen
Pondo.
anything like that tentacle or heard stories of anything like that tentacle? Do I know anything about it?
You're
Do I
a
know the
sailor. You're a sailor. You know what the stories of the Kraken are.
Yes,
Okay.
can Grandmama share these
Uh,
stories of the
does-
tentacle?
Does this particular kraken tentacle look rotted?
Make a nature check.
Do I know the tentacle's name?
Does my tentacle have a first name?
No.
15.
It's PIMZ.
You're not familiar with underwater decay,
Okay.
but you do recognize that there are parts of it that seem to have like what you assume would be the normal composition of a week and a half at absolute most.
Okay.
Like, this is fairly recent.
Okay. What else can I ascertain about the boat?
Well, for starters, it's ripped into multiple pieces. Give me a perception check to see some more finer details.
10.
Yeah, it's ripped in half.
Okay.
It has some cargo that has been strewn about the ocean floor.
Okay.
And there are a couple pieces of weaponry in various stages along the sides of the boat.
Okay.
Like ship mounted weaponry, like a couple ballista.
Cool. I'm swimming around and scratching my head, trying to figure out what's going on, and apparently not doing the greatest job.
Once I've landed on the ground, is there anything, like, any of the debris around me specifically?
A couple pieces. You can also actually everyone just give me a perception check that hasn't made one. Just do it this way. Make it easier because I feel like everyone's gonna want. Yeah, it's
10.
cube. It's a boat. Tyrion.
16.
Okay, 16. We will
Should
get
guys
back to
notice
this.
we're underwater?
Tyrion, there is a couple of small crates. Looks like maybe like some ballista ammo or something. Merrick, you notice a couple of things. Specifically speaking, let's just go in order here. 2 of the ballista on this ship look like they're still usable. Like yes, they're underwater and have had a couple days of like underwaterness, but they look like they'll be functional if you were managed to get them out of here. You also notice up by the ship's wheel, there's what looks to be like, you know how a steel drum looks?
Yeah.
There's one of those, but it looks like it's made out of bronze. And it has 2 mallets resting on it that ever so slightly move, not the current. And the third thing you notice are 2 sharks.
Everyone, stop!
Time.
And I will, assuming I got everyone's attention, I will point out sharks.
Oh.
There are in fact sharks.
Multiple grandmas too.
Sorry, I'd fucked up.
Yeah, so they're just kind of swimming through the shipwreck. You see one looking for like small fish, things that may be in the water, and one you see is actually in the process of eating a corpse.
Neat.
And
Corpse bait. Hoo-ha.
Tyrion, you hear a little voice in your head from your little dragon that looks over at said corpse, and it's like that. And you look over at this corpse, and it has these like massive gauntlets that are like scaled with like a dragon scale kind of aesthetic to them. And like on the backs of each hands, there's the holy symbol of the Earth Dragon.
Of course, it couldn't be something easy like a bowl. Captain, that one. Which is it? The left or the right one?
It is the right one.
I
Right
point at
shark.
the right one. Is the gauntlets that are in its mouth. We need the dead body.
Oh. So,
Uh,
okay.
don't.
I'm guessing that Bohemian told you that.
Yes. Bronchius told me this. Yes, very much. Oh shit! Did you just say swim?
Swim. Hey, y'all should roll initiative.
Swam.
Swim. Swim. Shiny. Shiny.
All of a sudden, fear
Shiny.
Oh, that's why I can't like myself.
Hell yeah!
So once everyone's initiative is in, I'm going to do a quick rules primer on underwater combat because this hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, maybe share that stuff with us.
I'm going
never
to.
done underwater
I'm just
combat.
getting initiative in track first. So
I did not have
um,
myself selected.
That
Admin.
is okay.
There we go.
All right. So
I don't know that I've ever done underwater stuff.
I know that's kind of why I'm actually
That's
really
fun
glad that there's the Saltmarsh stuff because you get to do things you just don't typically get to do. And you rolled that. Start the encounter. Go ahead and sort in descending order. Okay, so underwater combat. In short, water is considered difficult terrain, so your speed is halved.
Great.
Any melee weapon attack by a creature that does not have a swim speed, either innate or by a magic item, has disadvantage with the exception of a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. A ranged attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. The attack still has disadvantage if it's in its normal range if it's not a crossbow, net, or weapon that is thrown, like a javelin or spear, trident, darts. And any object that is fully immersed in water has resistance to fire damage.
Can I use Create Bonfire still?
It will do basically nothing, but I'm not going to stop you from doing it if you would
Great.
like to. So,
List the weapons that don't have disadvantage again, please.
we have a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Okay.
Essentially, anything that does piercing damage, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
So for ranged, that would include any type of crossbow.
Yeah, it just says a crossbow. So if you have any kind of crossbow, that actually would be a normal attack. But you can only go out to the first range number, not the second range number.
Right.
So
Sharks speak Aquan. They don't speak. I'm just fucking around.
no. Anyway, so let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Mhm.
Merrick, you're up first.
Okay. Ryba is currently threatening the shark that is in front of us. So,
He is engaged
You're
with it.
welcome.
I don't know if threatening is the right word, but
well, distracting.
for the
We'll go
sake
with
of the
Mage Tank here.
for the sake of the mechanic, yes, you get sneak attack on that shark.
Please don't eat
Sweet.
me.
Then I will fire a shot with my hand crossbow.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
My
That
face
is
when
a
half of my
13.
That hits.
Sweet. So that's going to be 3d6s of damage. Plus another 3, which is going to be 11, 14.
Solid hit. Solid hit. You don't get. You guys are only level 3, so you don't get multi attack or anything.
Nope.
I feel like
And
you guys are
then
so much higher
with,
level than that.
I mean, we
Uh,
can be.
with my
Good.
bonus action, actually no, I don't need a bonus action. I'm going to do 5, 10, 15. Is this something that I can hide behind with respect to this shark?
Sure.
Cool, then I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Yeah, roll your stealth check. One of these things passes.
That is going to be an 18.
You feel sufficiently hidden from that one.
Sweet.
All right. Up next,
Cool.
Ryba.
All right. That face when most of your spells affect humanoids. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna cast the best thing I can, which is Mirror Image.
Okay. What does that do?
It does that. 3 illusory duplicates of yourself appear in your space until the spell ends. The duplicates move with you and mimic your actions, shifting
Oh.
position. Basically, you have to roll a d20 every time you attack to determine if it's me or a duplicate.
Okay. Well then, do me a favor and help me with that because I haven't seen that spell before. So.
Okay, I haven't used it before, so.
Okay, cool. We're
boy.
equally going in blind to this then. And that is an action.
Yep.
I'm assuming
Nyx
you don't.
used this in Battle Royale.
I
Oh
was
yeah,
probably,
that's right.
I was probably dead before then. Anyway, so it's the shark's turn. Let me just quickly check. Okay. So the shark goes from seeing one tasty thing to eat to 4 tasty things to eat. And it's gonna attempt to do a bite.
Okay.
And that is. Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
Where's it moving to?
25 to hit on Ryba.
So, each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack hits you or a duplicate. So I roll a d20.
Okay,
I'm
you roll
definitely going to do that.
Yeah. So
17, it hits a duplicate because I have to roll higher than a 6 for the first one. So it's one
Okay.
duplicate down.
So the shark lunges at you and takes a bite, and it just bites hologram more or less, and is very confused. This shark is going to continue to munch on its corpse. So, Yelena.
So, having been a sailor does not necessarily mean I have experience fighting underwater. Do I, in character, know the rules you talked about weapons that work well and weapons that don't?
Make a
That's my
survival check.
question. Okay. That's not great. 5.
No.
Okay. Then,
You'll very quickly learn, but...
right, but I don't know yet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
What's your movement speed?
My movement speed is 30. That was a dash.
Okay. Well, your speed is halved right now because you're underwater. That's why I was asking.
Right. I was counting each move as double.
Okay.
So like I counted a 1 square as 10 feet. That's why I counted by tens.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. Sorry.
No, that's fine. As long as we're speaking in the same terms.
Yeah, no. You have a your speed's normally 30, so you would have a 15-foot normal speed without a dash.
Right. So I moved 30 feet, but I used 60 feet of movement
Yeah.
to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's all I can do because my bonus action was to rage.
it is. So you rage, and the electricity starts to just arc off of you underwater.
Oh God, no! I'm gonna die.
Uh,
I'm gonna die,
Bill?
Hey, it's
y'all.
not. Hey, look at it. It's not like you're wearing metal armor or anything.
I am not.
Hey,
I'm
Tyrion,
going
you're
to
up.
die, y'all.
You probably should have worn the water armor, fam.
I mean, it's my grandma's conscience, not mine. I will be
Hey,
dead.
it will only take you 10 minutes to change. You can change real quick.
I'm going to use my bonus. Uh-oh. Lost it. Oh, found it again. To do that. Of the spiritual weapons. Oops. And pop it right here.
Okay.
And then I'm going... Wait. Fix that. And then I'm going to use Sacred Flame to try and set Bitey Righty on fire.
Alright, that is a dexterity save.
Just realized I preferred the
That's
lighter.
a nat 1 by a shark for a dex save. And it takes 3 radiant damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your spiritual weapon attack.
So,
Our
8.
I think this would also be a disadvantage. Well, it's not a weapon, it's a melee spell attack, technically, right?
Yes. Yeah, because it's just astral project.
In a game where half the combat is magic based, they don't mention magic at all in the underwater combat rules. Thanks.
Probably fine.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, magic's fine.
Yeah,
It'll
because
just be
like
normal
if
rolls
I'm
for
just
magic.
like thinking it, using magic to place it, it's not really.
You also
moving.
get a hit on your first summon too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh right. Let's see. That was a 4. 13. 13 to hit.
Hits.
That would be 8 to hit it. 8 damage. Sorry.
Right. You take a decent chunk out of it. Merrick.
Okay, so I realized that my familiar is with me and has its own initiative. Can I go ahead and place Samuel and roll his initiative now, since we're back to the top of the order?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Do you want to go ahead and roll? Well, it's not technically your familiar yet, so. But yeah, go ahead. Roll an initiative for him. I'll just resort him into wherever. I will go ahead and add him a turn. If you want to just tell me what his initiative is, I'll add it in.
Okay. Hey, that works out well. Oh no, it's a... Wait. What would his initiative...
It would be plus their dexterity modifier. If I didn't put it down.
Okay, yeah, it's 19.
Okay. Did you have anything you wanted him to do on the first turn, or?
Yeah, he's just going to fly up to the to left shark that we're well, I guess he wouldn't be able to make it there because he doesn't have a his speed is 10 but flying 50, so I'm guessing he can only move 5 feet around underwater.
Um, yeah, that would actually make sense because that's his walk speed, and I think that's what a base walk or base swimming off of. But
What
also,
is swimming but underwater flying?
Oh my god.
no, that's kind of my dilemma. I'm like, no, it would make sense if it knows how to use its wings underwater. That would be able to.
Should have picked a puffin.
I mean, that's what a manta ray is,
apparently.
basically.
Tell you what, call it 15.
Okay.
Like not full half of your fly speed, but like more than 5, because 5 is not
Thank
helpful.
you, oh wise and just DM. So
Hi.
I guess
There's like literally 2 sentences in the rule book about how this is supposed to work, and it leaves out a lot
Right.
of details. So I'm just like, I mean, that makes sense to me.
Welcome to
here's what has
DMing.
advantage and disadvantage, and here's how movement works for most things. Good luck with the rest. Okay.
It doesn't even mention. I had to go somewhere else to find the rule on swim speed. It doesn't even mention that in the underwater section.
Of course not. Why would that be relevant in the underwater section? How combat works underwater? Why would your adventurers be fighting underwater? Anyway,
Don't go in the water.
I'm going to go ahead and fire my crossbow at left shark again.
Alright.
Do I have advantage?
You do have you are hidden from him, so that would be at advantage because he doesn't know where you are. So
Sweet. Wow. Should still be good enough. 14?
yeah, that hits.
Yep.
These are
Alright.
large creatures. They're kind of easy to hit.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Once you roll 4,
Yeah, a 2, a 1, and a 1. So that's 7 total damage.
that's
Oof.
yeah.
Could have gone better. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do my rogue bullshit again and attempt to hide behind the rock that I'm already behind.
All right, go ahead and roll your stealth.
That is going to be a 17.
Yep, you feel hidden.
Sweet.
Samuel's turn.
I already moved him?
I was gonna count that for last round since you forgot he was in there for the first round. So that would have been his last round. Was him moving to there. So
Okay. Then
got-
Samuel is going to move up to other side of Shark and attempt to help the angry orc with their next attack against the shark.
okay. Ryba.
So that's advantage.
Yep.
Do shark get attack of opportunity? I would assume yes.
One way to
you
find
can-
out.
You can
I'll
find out.
Toll of the Dead on it, I guess.
Okay, that's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, sharks aren't wise, so I'm hoping.
Well, especially when it rolls a 1.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
One
go ahead and
D8.
give me... it is missing hit points, so this would be a
Oh.
D12, not a D8.
Yep. One. Great.
You know what's really funny? That
That's
bloodied
enough.
him. That bloodied
Oh
him.
no. Okay. Does the other shark try to kill him now that he's bloodied?
The other shark seems pretty happy with its corpse, man. So, Yelena.
So, I want to back up and clarify something. Because I didn't do it before, I don't really think it should count this time, but I want to see how you read my Storm Aura ability for the future, because it could matter again.
If you're underwater again, I imagine. Or...
So, I'm wondering whether you read the text of this in the same way that one reads,
Spiritual weapon?
Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah, because Calf brought that up when they were filling in for you, that it reads like you should get an attack on that first one, but...
It's just a curiosity. I don't actually... Also, I think it would be when you initiate the rage, and this time I was standing really far away from the thing when
no,
I
honestly,
said I want to rage.
I would read that as the first round you do it, you do get an opportunity to do the little taser.
Okay, cool.
Like, because it specifically says when activated you can do it, and it lasts for a minute.
Okay, cool. So
not relevant this turn, unfortunately.
Right, it doesn't matter now, but now I know.
Go for the nipples.
So, I'm going to make slash because apparently underwater Granny does not understand that making slash with battle axe underwater is silly.
Well, let's help that by the fact that you're getting helped by a toucan, so it's a straight roll.
Cool.
Often do you hear that? You're getting helped by a toucan.
They're great. Wait, no.
9 plus 5, 14.
That hits.
Okay. We're doing that of the two-handed swing. So 8 damage.
All right.
And then I angrily and zap it.
All right.
And
That's
potentially
a
lots of other things too. We'll see.
con save.
Dex.
Dex save. Well, that one rolled a 20. So.
Oh, half of 4 damage is 2 damage.
All right. I will also say, just because I think it's fun, that the electricity seems extra potent underwater.
Like extra potent as in it looks like it hurts more, or extra potent as in it looks jumpy?
As in how everything's resistant to fire, everything's vulnerable to lightning.
Cool. Alright.
Pokemon rules. Got it.
Hey, it's what I know. Man, you get a Bulbasaur down here, these things are screwed. And it is the shark's turn.
We need enough
So,
familiars that we can just basically have a Pokemon party.
y'all are on your way.
Right?
So, left shark is going to turn and try to attack Remama.
Fuck him, Magikarp.
And get a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And then it does 9 piercing damage.
Non-magical, yeah?
Yeah, non-magical. It's a shark.
Cool. I'm just making
No,
sure.
that is
damage
entirely
resistance.
fair. That's entirely
I don't want to
fair.
be resisting things I'm not supposed to be resisting.
Yeah. No, you resist sharks.
Shark, magic
Hey, it's D&D. Magic
It
sharks
is-
are totally a valid option.
They are 100% a
Magic
thing
shark.
too, I'm sure. And the other one and getting the whiff of blood from the area over here. Gonna swim 5, 10, 15, and try and actually drop its corpse back over here on the deck and try to attack Tyrion. With a 9.
Trying to bite me?
Yes, with a 9.
No.
It doesn't, but
Tyrion says 9.
9.
9.
yeah. So, speaking of Tyrion, it's your turn.
Oh shit! I should have taken an attack of opportunity. Oh well, wasn't paying attention.
I don't think your spiritual weapon gets attacks of opportunity.
That also works.
At least that's my understanding of how that thing works. I don't actually know. Mine's just an anvil. I just hit things with it.
I'm going to have this. Does it? Hold on. I'm gonna.
You can move it 20 feet and hit it, and since it's an ethereal whip, I don't think restricting the movement of something that is that magical would make sense. Because it doesn't
Gotcha.
even really technically exist. It just kind of glides through the air anyway. So.
And I'm gonna take a leaf out of Ryba's book and do.
Those are my leaves.
This one is mine. There are many like it, but this one is mine, and I'm gonna told the dead something.
All right. On left or right shark?
Told
Right.
Told
Right
the
shark.
dead?
Okay.
I misspelled
that
it when I
is
typed it in, and I just left it because.
a con save. Wait.
He
It is a-
told you.
I done
It is
told
a-
you.
Let's see if it hits.
Oh no, it's a wisdom save. I'm sorry. It rolled a 14.
Wah, wah.
Yep, that actually beat my DC. Or take one.
You angrily ring a bell at a shark and realize sharks don't have ears.
Excellent
Toll the
point.
Dead still just makes me think of the Abhorsen series.
Oh lord.
So
It sounds like making a collect call to the dead is what it makes me think
Sabriel.
of.
hello, welcome to
You know,
Dante's
like
Inferno Hotline. How can I help you?
necromancers with the bandolier of bells
Yeah.
that they use to go through the gates of death or whatever the hell. I haven't read that since I was a
Yeah,
teenager.
15 for the whip.
All right. What was that, Hobble? Sorry.
15 for the whip.
15 for the whip hits.
Whip. And that would be
Okay.
7.
7. Good hit. Good hits. Merrick.
Hey, this is going to be really shocking. I'm going to attack with my crossbow the left shark.
You are hidden from it, so you have advantage.
Sweet. That's going to be a 15.
Hits.
Cool. Roll better this time, damage dice. Fuck you all. 7 damage again.
It is looking real rough after that.
Great. And my my rogue hide bullshit.
Yeah, roll it. Now, are you hiding from one or both of them at this point?
At this point, I'm gonna try to hide from both of them.
Okay.
Since I can hide from both of them from this angle, at least I think I can, with a 14.
Alright. What's your bird do?
Bird.
Oh, right. Bird is going to stay right where Bird is and continue to help Grandmama.
Okay. Ryba.
I guess I'll toll the dead again.
Alright. I'm going to assume left shark.
Yeah, left shark. Let's
Left
kill left
shark.
shark.
And that's another wisdom saving throw. That's a 7.
What?
Yeah, that hits. So D12.
Yep. Roll your d12. Roll a 1 again, it'll be funny.
There's a 1. Oh, no, it's 9.
You just killed a shark, my dude.
Yeah!
Like, those are endangered, man. Come on.
I told the shark.
It dead.
You done told him.
Alright.
You managed to
And
find...
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
here.
That is fair.
Under the turtle.
Under the turtle, I'm hiding.
Yep. But you're not actually hidden, but you're... Yeah.
Under the shell.
Anyway,
Under the shell.
Grandmama.
Okay. So
Hmm.
this is some
Hmm?
this is some
No, they're not
this is
lying.
some grandmama bullshit. I'm gonna pull a yordle
I forgot to feed my cat.
Okay,
because
what does that
I was
mean in
helped
this
with
case?
attacking this, but
It's dead.
it's dead, which means it's time
You about to?
to attempt to grapple this one.
Oh, I thought you were gonna rip out its tongue and chuck it at it, but that is also your yodel
Grappling.
thing.
Also a yordle.
The size rules in grappling. Remind me how those work.
You can
can
grapple a
grapple a size
creature
larger.
one size larger than you.
And you are considered a medium creature, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead and roll an athletics check then.
So yeah, it's a run and grapple. Also a zap, but
We'll get to
my
that.
athletics check is not as good as I wish it was in this
You
particular
have advantage because you're
case.
raging, so
Thank you. That's why I was doing that. That's much better. 20.
it rolled a 21.
Aww.
Okay.
This is why everybody likes that shark.
And let me go ahead and make the dex save for the zap. 7.
It takes, well, I did 6 lightning damage.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how much it takes.
It's looking pretty rough, and it's Shark's turn. It's going to attack Grandmama. You are missing hit points, right?
I am.
All right. It's going to go and use Blood Frenzy to have advantage on all attacks against you, then, because you're missing hit points.
Okay. I'm
Uh,
doing my job.
glad it had advantage. So 21 to hit.
Uh-huh.
That would have been a nat 1 if it didn't have advantage. So.
Feels bad.
And that is 8 piercing.
Okay.
I think that's Sam in my chat. Those are Sam emotes.
Yep. Pride Sand.
Tyrion.
I'm gonna ask this because I keep forgetting. In my head, can I use a free action to ask Timmy if he can attack?
I'll give you that as a free action. It's kind of an interesting area because on one hand, it's a familiar, and they're not supposed to be able to attack. On the other hand, it does have attacks on its sheet, so it can. But if it dies before you bond with it, you might not be able to bring them back.
Okay.
So
Does he mention any of this? Or just say
essentially, he would fill you in, be like, "I can attack, but magic is complicated, and if I do the familiar poof, I might not be able to unpoof yet."
Then never mind. You stay in coat, and I like to whip to see if I cannot nay this shark.
Go ahead and roll a hit.
Familiar poof sounds like something you'd buy at a dispensary.
It does. That would be an 11? 11.
Just barely misses.
Farts. And then I'm gonna try and toll the dead again.
Right. That's another wisdom save.
Yep.
It rolled a 14.
God damn this shark. I'm just gonna start cursing at it now.
It's a shark. It does not understand your curses.
It's catharticism for me, not for it. Shark
It
get its own.
understands that you are made of meat and it is hungry.
Get its own.
So, yeah. Merrick!
Okay, this is going to be really strange. What I would like to do is attack the shark with my hand crossbow.
Yeah, you are hidden from it as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I was on my sorcerer right now. 12 to hit.
Meets beats.
Woohoo! Let's roll some different d6s this time. Just that ready to
screw
go.
these 3 in particular.
Yep. Oh, that's much better. 15.
And with that, You fire your crossbow bolts into the shark's eye.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Goes
Robo Steak, did it disappear?
Robo
Discord,
Steak.
please. Discord, please.
Better?
Beep
Hello?
boop.
He's alive
Yeah.
again.
Hello?
You're good.
Oh,
Nope.
base rig's doing a freezy freeze.
Alright, hold on.
Oh man, a freezy sounds great.
Are we good now?
Yes, I'm
I think
good.
people can-
No.
No.
Oh, net, please.
Net Geo, don't go wild.
What's happening?
I switched regions.
I just switched regions back to east.
Oh,
So,
mind.
Well, it
Anyway.
seems to be working.
long story short, shark is dead.
It's dead.
Shark is killed.
Yay.
Shark is killed.
We told the dead.
And they got a crossbow bolt in the eye is what happened. But so yeah, with that, worth a grand total of 200 XP.
Cool.
Fuck.
Cool. I like 200 XP.
I want to level up.
I understand you want to level up.
Obviously, if you round up, that turns into about 600, right?
Yeah, sure. Let me just round your XP based off a curve.
A really big curve. A bell curve. It was who the bell told
this
for.
was,
We're
this
like the
was a
American
pretty
Troll
big
System.
milestone, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread. It's actually worth 225.
Now I have to do more math.
Add 25.
Carry the one. You.
American
Oh.
schools let me down.
That's a mood.
Damn you, Common Core.
But yeah, the sharks are no more. The corpse of the figure that the shark was eating no longer has a lower torso. But
Can
It
please
man
loot
used to be.
boat?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Can I use spiritual weapon to tie its mouth shut so that the rest of the corpse does not just float off, and while they're looting the boat, I just keep a hold of the two corpses because dinner.
Oh,
Ooh.
corpses.
I mean, shark fin's a
Oh.
delicacy in like
Oh.
some places,
I
but
thought you meant the bodies of the people from the boat.
No, the sharks.
no.
While y'all loot, I keep the sharks where they
Hey,
are so they
I'll
don't float
tell you
away.
one.
And
I'll
then
tell you what you can do that might be a little bit easier than that. While they loot, if you want to swim the two sharks up to the boat and have them floated up, you can do that. So you don't have to sit there and just fight with them.
Hold on to the shark
Yeah.
tail.
They're not balloons. Like, if you want to just let them go up to the boat, you can actually take them to the crew and be like, hey, get these out of the water, we're going to eat them.
okay.
Oh, get the ballista too while you're at it. It could be useful.
Yes.
For the sake of, actually...
Don't eat the
whose
body, you
helmet-
sickos. Just the sharks.
Who's leading the search through the boat?
I should not be the one to do that.
I'll do it.
Alright, make an investigation check.
I have eyes.
Okay.
And does that mean you're helping, Cube?
Sure, I'm bad at it.
Alright, give me two separate ones then, I'm curious.
God.
Okay.
Do you want me to get one? There you go, I did one.
That is
Oh,
going
yeah,
to be a
investigation
24.
Okay. So, you guys... It's going to take some time to go through an entire ship's worth of cargo. So, you're going to be down in the water for a few hours. Things of note that you find. There are two ballistas on the front of the boat that are in salvageable shape that you can still use them.
Hmm?
That really fancy drum by the wheel that I previously mentioned.
Right.
In the actual cargo, it looks like it was mostly supplies, like ropes, rum, that kind of thing.
New supplies.
Some of them, the water has not been kind to. Some of them, some fish have got into, but there's some salvageable stuff there. One thing of note is the figurehead on this ship is a large snake with its mouth open that has a hole in the middle of its mouth that leads back to one of the decks, where there is actually the barrel of a cannon on that lower deck that looks like it's designed to shoot through.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah, that is not something the four of you can just pick up.
Oh,
However, if you come back with some more equipment,
Should have tied our shark balloons to it.
it is certainly possible.
wait, we've got 3 familiars and a mage hand. Like, can that do it?
Well, I was gonna ask once you stopped
like 5
listing off
pounds.
everything, Steak, was, am I able to get the crew to be like, okay, look, we've got other heavy shit down there. We need a tether or a pulley system or some shit to start
Just
pulling
hook
this
the
up.
anchor into it and pull it up.
Do not listen to Raiba.
You know what? Jeff, give me a crew quality score check.
Crew quality score check. All right, let me pull up my boat again.
On
crew
quality.
Quality.
That's the one that's been. I think you've been manually tracking. I've got the stats somewhere. We need it. I just
Oh,
thought
wait.
you had. I thought you may have
Where
had it a
did I
little bit
write it
readier.
down? No, I have it somewhere.
I thought
know
you may have
I
had
wrote
it easier access than I did.
Crew quality. Where are you?
Wasn't it like 14?
Yeah, your all score is currently 14. So.
Oh, I put it in the notes on D&D Beyond. That's what I did.
Beyond.
Nope, I
Yeah.
sure didn't. Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, it would be a quality score plus. So a D20 roll plus 2.
Okay. 12.
It'll take some time, but they feel like they might be able to put something together. But it'll take some time. So
We
you
have
guys will,
looting to do anyway.
yeah, you guys will probably be anchored here for the rest of the night, essentially.
Cool.
So are they basically grabbing stuff, bringing it out to a location, and we're just, after they get it all together, we start hoisting it up from that?
There are a couple other things of note that are very interesting. There's the ammo for said ballistas and a handful of cannonballs. I'll give you exact numbers once everything's said and done.
All the balls.
And one thing that stands out for a reason that is especially apparent to everyone excluding Merrick, just because he wasn't here for this. There's a crate of a dark black ore. Like a very smooth, dark black metal ore of some sort.
I'm failing my memory test.
Yeah, same.
You can roll a history check if you'd like to.
That's not going to go well. We'll try anyway. as predicted, that did not go well. 4.
14.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. So
Is there
Elena,
anything?
you
Sorry,
weren't here for this, so
Can I ask
No,
Mr. Belton
but-
if he remembers?
Is it something that I would have seen before or heard about, having been in the town and worked on smuggling stuff?
you can do a history at disadvantage if you want.
Sure,
Like
it's worth a try.
Yeah, like the odds of you
Very
coming in
obscure.
contact with it is, it's rare stuff.
14. Oh, you doing a freeze again?
Uh-oh. It's not Dragon Ball Z. Stop
Okay,
it, Frieza.
so I didn't hear what number you said. What did you roll?
14.
Okay, so you rolled the same as Raiba. So, Raiba, you're sitting there thinking about it, and something strikes your memory very faintly. When you first met Wizbolt, he had a file that looked like it was made out of this stuff that made a scratch on that Bronze Scout.
Okay.
And Merrick, you would recognize this as a very, very valuable metal that is very hard to smith with, that has some very unique properties.
I just exclaim in the dumbest way, "Oh, it's the scratch metal!" Which doesn't make any sense to anyone else.
Scratch metal.
The ship
I
guy
mean,
had
it's
it.
valuable. It can make us some scratch, sure, but I think there's a more technical name for it. Good try.
For some
What I don't
reason, I
know the
want to
name of it. Don't
say
look at me.
boo.
The what did you say, Rival? Who had this?
What the ship guy?
His both
Then
heads metal. What is he had? Visbolt has many things. I do not remember. Okay.
Anyway, that stands out just because
Okay,
it's
let's take it.
yeah, it's got some price value to it, and it's
good
also
PCs, might as well take it.
yeah, it's not nailed down, and it doesn't look like anyone's gonna come and claim it. So
The boat's right there. We've got crew coming down anyway. Just add this to the list.
Yeah. But yeah,
Let's
that
also
is
steal the turtle.
no stealing the turtle. Bad.
Put that turtle back
Fine,
where
we'll
it came
take
from,
the
so
thing,
help
right?
me.
But yeah, so you guys kind of gather everything that's the four of you all can move that's salvageable at the bottom. Um, takes it takes them about 3 hours to get some sort of heavy pulley system that would be heavy enough to do a cannon. So you're going well into the night at this point, and those of you without dark vision underwater are having a real rough time seeing anything.
It's fine to me.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
No.
So,
No.
Mr. Bubbles doesn't even have night vision. Unless he does. He is a mystery.
look,
Bloody.
I
he has a
forget that the
he's a
humans have weak eyes.
he's a fish, so I mean,
Uh.
but yeah.
Damn.
So, you guys do 2 trips of loading the cargo. Like, you fumble. Those of you that can't see, fumble your way through loading whatever little platform they made to like lift it up. And it looks like what they actually did is they took the mast, like one of the pulleys off the mast, and like rigged it up through the cross rigging to make kind of those like nets you see on like fishing boats that kind of just go off the side.
Yep.
They kind of made one of those. Only instead of a net at the bottom, it's a platform that can carry stuff.
Question.
Yes.
When it gets dark enough down there that I visibly notice, because I have dark vision, that they're just sticking their hands out and waving it around. Can I ask the scary wet-head lady? I cannot remember her name. Quinn. Does she have? Can she make something like a portable light or something that we can use? Because Captain is blind, and so is Skinny Nerd. Meant Rival, not Captain. I understand they are both skinny nerds, but there are 2 different types.
I figured that when you called me captain, and then said skinny nerd.
Let me give me a moment. I've
I
got a
don't know.
couple
I
Quinn
understand
might
context.
be like, haha, funny joke. They both.
I don't. Who's the nerd?
I don't. Who's the nerd?
Oh God, no.
No, that's not
All
helpful.
I've used on this character, Southern is not one of them.
I couldn't think of anything, and I wanted to
alright.
differentiate.
Sorry, I'm going through a couple of sheets here, and some of them are better formatted than others, even though I made them all.
I was surprised my raven / parrot familiar didn't have dark vision. I was gonna be cheesy familiar vision, dude.
Should've gone with the owl.
Your vision. Who?
I think being able to mimic sounds will be more
But-
handy.
Yeah. So no one has any magic that does that. Quinn does think for a moment and go grab a torch and do essentially like some hodgepodge ship modification to it. So its light zone would be cut in half and it would burn for 15 minutes, but it'll work underwater. I mean, people can weld underwater. There's dragons. Come on.
I wasn't going to say anything.
magic.
Yeah, but it's just listen.
I
Fair.
guess what I'll do is go back up to the deck of the ship, since I can't see a damn thing down here, and start sorting some of this stuff out.
That sounds good. I leave Abernathy with you, and he should be able to help you. Hopefully with
Oh.
something.
Also, obviously, I'm assuming you grabbed the gauntlets that were very fancy.
Yes, I
Like
left.
that's a given.
Uh,
That's a given.
the first few runs, yes, I left them up there with Abernathy, and then
Okay.
after it started, like the flow got going, no pun intended, I kind of started poking around with them, and then I checked the body overboard. Yay!
Right.
Okay.
So I'll just head up
so-
with Bono and Samuel.
In
I might as well
note,
get out of here too.
so you guys spend your time. You salvage 4 days of supplies.
Sweet.
So that is helpful. You also do salvage the 2 ballista in a manner of some sort. You also get some ballista ammo. I'm not gonna make you all track ballista ammo. I might also. I'm thinking of making you guys track the cannonballs though, just because those are going to be a much rarer commodity.
Okay.
I'll get back
How
to you on that.
many-
I'm thinking.
Alright.
I'm debating on that still. That's just me talking out loud. So,
What about that bronze drum there?
you get the bronze drum.
Uh-huh.
Once you actually get it above water,
Keep moving on its
someone
own.
with sailing experience make me another history check.
Okay. I have some experience.
You do have
Let-
sailing
let-
experience.
Let him do that then.
That is going to be a 16.
14.
You actually recognize said drum.
That's a drum.
It is a drum. Let me find the actual name of it. No.
Is it Miss Cleo's
No.
drum?
Call
It
me now for your free Caribbean
It
deal.
is called a Taskmaster's drum.
Oh God.
And what it does is it is a drum made of bronze with 2 iron mallets. It's about 4 feet in diameter. Whenever a creature activates the drum, your ship gets an extra action for 1 minute. And so, like right now, if you guys, let's say your ship got under attack, you would have 1 action that you can use to move. Because you don't have your weapons mounted yet. Once you get your weapons mounted, you would essentially have to choose between firing or moving. With this drum, it allows you to have the 2 actions to do 1 of each for 1 minute.
Or just get out of town and
Yeah.
move twice.
And you can only use it once every 2d10 hours. So.
Cool.
So yeah. That is an official ship upgrade as well. So if you want to just
10 hours. Why wouldn't
Did
you
our-
just say once a day?
because the book says 2d10.
Because on the low end, it's 2 hours.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm just going with the book on this one. But another thing, so it takes about only a couple of minutes for the little system you all have to go from the bottom to get on deck to unload it to send it back down. Once the cannon gets tied on, that takes about a half hour just to hoist up by itself. It is heavy because it's a giant hunk of metal. So, you do eventually, at about 11:30 at night, get the cannon out of the water fully and bring it over onto the deck.
Damn.
It does not have a stand, but the metal itself is sturdy, and the metal itself would be usable should you go out of your way to have someone make something for it to sit on so you can aim it. So,
Okay.
it is not currently usable, but it is not going to explode if you try and fire it.
Okay.
These are good things to know.
We can. I'm assuming there's a way for us to secure it, so it's also not like a possible crew steamroller.
Yes.
Okay.
With the entire group of the 10 of you, you actually can manage to move it on to lower decks if you would like.
Probably the safest move, since we still have to get back to town, and I don't want a cannon rolling off of the deck and off the boat, possibly taking crew members with it.
Knowing our luck, it wouldn't take anybody. It would just take Boy.
And
Whoops.
Nah, he's not anybody.
How is what's his nuts integrating with the crew?
He's trying.
We're
Like,
talking
it's
about Kobold, right?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, I thought you were talking about Brian. I'm sorry.
No. I
Colta.
mean Colta.
You know, at first there was definitely some tension, but you guys more or less were underwater for that. It seems like after some some talking, it's like it's a case of, hey, we're out in the middle of the ocean. It doesn't really matter where we're from. What's matter is keeping each other alive. So
Cool.
they're
Welcome to the
doing
crew.
okay.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. I mean, that's what y'all did.
Yeah,
There was
it
a
is.
little bit of sailing until.
So one
we
thing
did that.
I will say when it comes to quote unquote cargo capacity, that cannon weighs 4 tons.
We
Give
need
or
a ship
take.
of holding.
Well, we have a 50-ton capacity, so
I know, but like that would actually knock your ton capacity down to 46. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like it
'Cause-
actually actively
Oh,
makes a
no.
difference instead of like, oh, big deal.
Like it's heavy. It's heavy. But yeah. So. Yeah. Anywho, after you guys get the cannon to one of the lower decks and tie it off, actually, give me a con save from everybody for swimming for a couple hours straight.
On stage.
I'll be back one second.
15.
Yep. Okay.
16.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Time to see if I got a Charlie horse.
Exhaustion levels. Hooray!
Constitution save?
Yeah.
21. Hell yeah.
The DC was 13.
Shit.
So yeah, you have 1 level of exhaustion. Everyone else is pretty tired still, though.
Well, pooped it.
So you guys can essentially you can do what you want, but it is basically midnight at this point, and it's not a very clear night. Like, you can't really see stars or anything tonight. So
I'm gonna go into my cushy quarters and take a sleep.
guys, I'm assuming just have the boat stay still for the night and you'll set off in the morning, kind of a thing, or
Why not?
How many of our other crew members have dark vision? We've got 2 dwarves and a half orc. That might be it, right? Well, and Colta.
yeah. So I
Just got your kobold.
Do halflings get dark vision? I don't actually remember. No?
No, they do not.
Okay.
I'm playing a halfling, or no?
Blast.
Dumpster.
Yeah, so you have Kolta, Farum, and the party members with dark vision.
Okay. How tired? Okay. Tyrion,
Yes, Grandma.
Sal. I have bad feeling about the rest of this night. We should sleep in shifts.
Yes, you trained me for that. There was no way there would not be shifts. I assume Captain went to bed
you
assuming
and
that we
me
would be.
specifically.
Oh.
The
Oh, okay.
Did you see the way Captain was dragging himself to quarters? Do not interrupt, Captain. But I think that you and I and this conversation is happening in Dwarvish, and Fathom may be only ones who have sharp eyes for paying attention in night. I think it is important that those of us with eyes to see in darkness are paying attention.
That sounds
Do you
good.
want to sleep first or second?
I will sleep second. I figure I will go in Crow's Nest with Boomtastic, and he will make sure that I do not sleep too early, and we will do that of the watch, and then who would be next? You or Fenrir?
Fenrir.
Fer, is Ferrum nearby?
It's a small boat. I mean, if he can be nearby if you want him to be. Like, what I'm saying is, if you want to go find him, it's not hard. It's not a very big boat.
Okay. I pat Sal on the cheek and say, "You're a good boy, Sal. I will go take nap. And Ferrum and I will take rest. First watch of night is already through. We've worked through first watch of night. So you watch for a few hours with your friend Barnabas, and Ferrum and I will keep eye later. Wake me when you cannot when you are no longer sharp." And then I go tell Ferrum that he's on the early watch with me.
Easy enough to do, given you officer's position and all that jazz. So, and yeah, so I just looked at the clock and realized, again, I'm really bad at this, but apparently we keep going. I try to do a break halfway through and keep going past the halfway mark.
Same.
So, do y'all want to take a quick 5-minute break, go do what you need to do, and then pick back up, or?
I need to make some coffee. I'm starting
Same.
to long blink. So yeah.
Yeah, take a break. Go.
I'm gonna set the gloves in there with Grandmama to make sure that nobody decides to mess with them before I get time to tinker. And then break time, guys. You heard the DM. Run. Don't run. You might trip. You bet.
I am the first one back if you never left.
Oh shit. I'm used to just getting up whenever. Because, you know, rarely sunset.
Yeah. I really do. I am trying so hard to be like, hey, halfway through we should take a break because people need to get up and do stuff. And then
Yeah,
it's not looking at a clock for like the majority of the night.
You could set like a timer on your phone or something.
Yeah, I probably should.
I have like 6,000 points for Hobble.
I have way more than that.
Hello,
Yeah.
friend. Make yourself at home.
But I also I do lurk in their stream a lot. So.
Yeah, I just got the JavaScript thing I wrote that clicks the button for you.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Why would you?
May your road lead
really have to
you
click
to
it.
one side.
Why click a button when I can write an entire code to click that button for me?
It's like 10 lines.
How many button clicks did you make in that 10 lines though?
It's already paid for itself. It works on everybody. It works on any user. Oh yeah.
Actually, you can turn it off, so.
Ever see a clone with an ass like this?
It is like 10 lines of code.
But it just identifying in the source code of where exactly the button is and then telling it something to put a mouse click to it whenever it finds it, or
Even easier than that. Every second it looks for the that button's class, like it's what identifies that button, and then it makes a pseudo click on it, like every second. So that's all to do it. There's more markup on the code. Here, I'll send it to you.
function, click the button.
Yep. The interval, click the button every time.
What do you put that into to make it run?
For me, it's Tamper, which is it's an extension for Chrome that lets you run JavaScript.
Ah,
You can write your own then, yeah. So I wrote that in about 5 minutes.
it seems fairly straightforward. I don't know what all that stuff on top of it means. Oh, is that just assigning the variables?
That's so it'll show up in Tamper Monkey, right? So yeah, like the name of your script, what namespace does it work on, version. I left most of it blank. The only thing you actually have to fill out is the match, which is it has to match that URL. So it can be any twitch.tv, any zone of it, or any page on there. Yep. Pretty much it. As long as I have their channel open, yeah, it just runs. It's super simple. You can do all sorts of stuff. You could probably detect whenever the train,
Ever see a clone with an
the
ass
hype
like
train,
this?
and then when it's available to like, if you put in bits and you get stuff, you could probably automatically detect that and then try to use bits. I'd never make it 5 bits. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, that.
You go wherever.
Something like that would either require coding payment information into it or saving payment information on Twitch and knowing the steps.
Yeah, it could be done. I just never want to do it.
Right.
Like me, I'd make a bug and I'd or at least like, I guess not that much. I guess it's my credit card maxed out.
It's like infinite loop. Your card just keeps being charged increments of $5.
Yeah, $8,000 later. I would have to hope that the bank would shut it down.
When she's unhappy.
Yet they don't do anything about it when given the chance. So, you know.
Did we all just hit the video button at the exact same time?
No. Sometimes it'll glitch out when you resize it. It'll actually put the cameras as a working thing then.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah.
When I turned on my camera, everyone's camera came back.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's like it detects that the Discord's like, oh hey, the camera's input's on, but
Weird.
also it'll like then be like, we can't detect it, and then when you resize it, it'll update something internally, which will let it change. So what y'all think of your underwater combat?
That was fun.
Yeah.
I like it when things start next to the caster.
Yeah. Well, you know. I'm gonna be honest though, that blood frenzy ability would have gotten nasty quick if it had actually landed a hit on any of the squishier characters.
I'm glad I had mirror image.
Why do you think I went and face hugged it?
No,
Squishy.
yeah, like because that would have been nasty. It's like, oh no, you're missing hit points.
Mhm.
Oh no, a crit. You're dead now.
One.
Yeah, that mirror
Don't
image is
worry,
really good.
I went and threw my body at it because I have the biggest hit point total to Sponge.
And you only take half damage.
That's why I have the biggest hit point total to Sponge.
He was trying to get his face into my oatmeal. Thank you, Q.
Well,
You're welcome.
Anyway, are we good to continue?
Hal likes oatmeal?
Yes, he
Or-
does.
I knew he liked cheese.
Did you make your oatmeal with milk or water?
Almond milk.
Yeah.
Excuse me, oat milk.
Oh.
Wait, so you covered oats in more oats?
Pretty much. But he does not
Ew,
care if it's
dog.
made with water or milk or almond milk or oat milk. He just wants to eat it.
He sees that it is food, and he knows that food go on the inside.
Mhm.
Hey, Hobble, what are the limits on your Nat 1 and your Nat 20 counters?
2 apiece. 2
Okay.
apiece? Maybe
Let's
it's,
redeem all of them.
maybe it's 1 apiece. I don't know.
Cube was talking about how many points he had in your stream, so I looked at how many points I have in your stream.
And I
Mm.
probably have like the third most, maybe. maybe maybe at the least.
How many points are we talking?
6.5.
63K?
Oh, 63? Shit.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 74k.
Yeah, it's,
So-
it's 2 per stream.
Wouldn't that be a shame if the DM had the power to do that?
I'm saving my free 20s for when it'll benefit me.
Anyway, are we everyone fine to continue on this fantastical voyage on the ocean?
I'm on my journey toward being caffeinated, so yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Uh,
So
I am currently playing questionnaire 20 questions with Roderick.
all right.
Is that
What
the
Okay,
dragon?
having no theme for the name of the dragon gets very confusing.
Well, I
Especially for me,
was
because I
using
don't know the
the
crew.
thees at the end, so like Pimothy, Jimothy, Grimothy, Timothy, Dimothy, and then I lost track of which letter I was using at the time, so it'll circle back around.
Look, I'm just assuming if it's a name I haven't said at some point, it's the dragon.
Okay.
That's a good way to go about it.
So what is
Mostly be-
Athi doing? We're just gonna go alphabetical. It's fine. Just a bunch
Yeah.
of A's.
What
THY.
what are your questions for your little dragon friend?
Do you know how old you are? You know how long you've been attached to that other idiot that we took you from?
Well, time is weird when you go between two different planes of existence. I believe it was a couple of years by this realm's understanding. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't really keep track.
That's also legit. Do you have other family? Do you also have grandmama? Does she have less lachaklas or more lachaklas?
Just kind of gets confused, head like sideways, head turn, like what? Yeah, I've got a couple people back home that I guess you could call family. Again, it's kind of weird there. You just kind of poof into existence around other people, and you just go with it. It's fun. It's calm. It's really colorful too.
What's the weirdest thing you have seen while being a familiar?
Here or home? Because I can tell you right now, home is a much different answer than here.
Let's say 2 questions then. One
Alright,
for home and one
here-
for here.
All right, here Um, there's like these weird. I don't know how to describe them. It's like a person, but also a fish, but also a frog thing that was actually near the. Oh god, locations are hard. It was
Hi, Pondo.
near the previous guy, person, lizard, whatever he was.
Oh. Jill's is getting
Uh,
cleaned.
Home. There was what you would call a moose that had antlers that were bears, that's claws were snakes.
So which
missed
set of
something?
feet did it walk on? Did it slither? Did it walk? Or did it moose?
It floated actually.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess.
You know, like I said, home's weird, but it's fun. This is nice.
This is very nice.
no.
Very unique.
He's so sleepy.
There's a loaf. There's a pondo lickage and a puck loaf.
It's a pan.
I thought they were darker. Yep, that's a pan face.
Father, why have you forsaken me?
I get that a lot.
I
I'm
am
too
not
tired
surprised.
for this shit.
But yeah,
Oh, he's laying his
Personal
head down on
pain
my
for-
desk.
Oh,
but yeah. So, do you have other questions for your dragon, or
Have you ever been the mouse speaking for a god before?
no? That was the first.
There you go. That's no. What do you like to eat?
I'm not picky.
What's your
Food.
favorite color?
blue, no yellow. Hondo.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh god!
But yeah, you know.
Do you have a
So
name?
does-
We just keep calling you whatever Imothy or B word that the captain comes up with. Do you have a name?
Bitch.
names aren't really a thing where I'm from, so just whatever works. Last guy called me Bims just because I think it meant something in some language that I don't understand. So
Do you have a name you would like?
I'm fine with whatever.
Alright, we will start calling you Pims.
Okay. It just kind of at that point does the cat thing of just kind of leaps on your lap and curls up and just goes to sleep.
My body.
And this is
My
the
soul
night I
has
killed
left my
Hobble.
body.
Not Hobble's character. Hobble.
It has left my body because it's so cute. What? Cube? Why?
What did
Yo.
he do? What did he do? Oh.
It's a pan.
Oh. Oh. No.
Look at that
The rest of
face.
your watch is uneventful though, Hobble. So
This is good. Look at that cargo face. So
Aw.
sleepy,
It's pan planking.
but yeah. So your
Look
watch
at my mouth. It's weird.
your watch ends with ne'er a bean or event apart from getting to know your little scaly friend better. And
Yeah, and then when I do switch out with Grandma,
Yep.
I take the gloves. I make sure Finagle is sleeping in his own bed. What the hell? Otto was like, I don't. Why? Why like this?
But yeah. I will say, right off the bat, those gauntlets do require attunement.
That cat is gonna piss on everything you love.
So
Does
This is an
sleeping with
outrage.
them
I'm
count?
pooping outside the box tonight.
Then I'm gonna bat it all over the place.
Here's my new toy.
Oh no. Those
Bondo.
toys end up underneath the fridge. Woo!
Whew. That's pleasant later.
Mm-hmm.
The things I have to do to get this cat to go away.
Yeah, so those gauntlets again require attunement. I will go over what they do in a moment.
Sleeping with them still count as attunement?
In this case, yes. Yelena, anything you'd like to do on your particular watch, or
Like I said, Grandmama just has a funny feeling about things creeping in the darkness, and is just doing her best to pay close attention to the waters around us.
go ahead and give me a perception check then.
19.
Okay. You spend a couple hours just waiting, listening.
Mhm.
The sun does eventually rise with no creatures, no entities, but
Okay.
it is a very overcast day.
Okay.
Uh,
As the sun begins to rise and other members of the crew begin stirring, and now that their night blind uselessness is away from them, I will return to below decks and make a hearty breakfast for crew.
um, real quick, before the entire morning breaks, Tyrion, you take the gauntlets you have found. You try them on. They fit well. Pun intended on the upcoming statement. They fit like a glove.
Oh lord.
2, in fact.
That's fair. That is entirely fair.
I gotta leave for Jeff's. Bye, cruel world.
Okay. All right, Jeff, you want to do the meme too? There we go.
Oh, the cool kids were doing it.
I figured
Good.
turns.
My crappy pun. Everyone out of their system now after that.
One more.
Okay, go ahead. I won't
I'm
stop
kidding.
you. All right. But yeah,
Can't stop
you
me.
you put them on.
I mean, he could.
Oh,
I mean, I could just kick you, which would definitely stop you from leaving and coming back. But
Wax on, wax off. Oh no.
that's true.
but yeah, you try them on. Kind of sit on the side of your bed with your little pseudo dragon friend that's name is a thing. And you suddenly you feel a wave of fatigue fall over you again, and you, after just a couple of moments, fall asleep. And you awaken in that field from before with the cliff face where you merely a week ago saw the visage of the earth dragon themselves. And after a moment, the cliff begins to shake again, and the earth dragon does rise. And in your dreams, you also have the gauntlets there with you now.
Is
And he
Pim's also
kinda-
with me?
They are. So he looks down for a moment, kind of nods. You have done well. Let the gauntlets of my faith and my trust protect you and help you if it may.
What are they supposed to do?
The individual effects vary from person to person. But I can promise you they will help. And you see him raise that giant dragon's paw again, and just with a very light touch, tap your forehead. And that glow you saw that initially hit your pseudo dragon the first time you met him comes over you, and then coalesces into gauntlets, and you see the cracks between the scales start to glow, almost as if there's like magma under them, and just kind of shift and form, and they go from fitting like a glove to fitting like they just are your arm, like they were made for you from the beginning. And with that, the Earth Dragon looks upon you. You have spread my name already. For that, I thank you.
May I ask
Yeah.
before you go, my god? What happened to the previous bearer? Is the reason for his demise? Apparently he was very tasty. At least the shark thinks so.
Like I mentioned before, they were stolen and not used by one of my chosen for a couple 100 years. This is the first time in your recorded history that they will be wielded by my chosen again.
Good. I'm glad he was tasty for shark. Shark was tasty for... Oh, I bet that's what Grandmama is making. If I feed some to water, will you receive some?
The gesture is appreciated, but not necessary. You have done enough to satisfy your god's wish for a while.
Thus we are to be of the Earth Dragon. Hey, little pimps.
And you just see them kind of
It corrected
do.
his name to pimps. That is not... That...
What up, pimps?
Oh god, no.
Pimpson ain't easy.
Oh god, no.
Anyway,
There's a
And-
callback.
I have that shirt
Oh god.
because that was back when he sent out shirts for 6-month subs.
Pimp snips.
Anyway, and you see the Earth Dragon begin to lie back down into its landscape, and your dream drifts into black and eventually normal sleep. So, quickly explaining what they do. They give you once a day find familiar specifically for the pseudo dragon.
Damn.
What they also do is they give the wielder a strength score of 16,
Holy shit.
and if you are a chosen of the Earth Dragon, a con score of 16.
Shit.
So
I am God.
So yeah, there you go. Enjoy your little gauntlets.
Do they have a specific name? Or is it just...
They do. They are the gauntlets of the Scaled Defender.
Yeah. I can't spell.
I can't either. Don't worry. But yeah. And also, when you awaken in the morning, as part of the chosen of the Earth Dragon feature, your arms kind of have like a scaled texture to them up to about the shoulder.
That's cool as fuck. I do have to ask, is Pims trying to sleep on my head like a cat?
Chest area work?
Yes, that's where Hal likes to sleep too. So yes, still a cat.
Yes. Still a cat, but there's a cat that appreciates the fact that you need to breathe. So not a cat at all.
Thank God.
But yeah, so that's what you wake up to the morning to. Anyway,
So
so
it's
yeah,
16 con and strength, and then find familiar.
yeah. Once a day, find familiar through them that lets you bind to pims, whatever you're calling them.
Pims, pimpy pims. I don't know. Pims.
No, please
No,
stop. Please
please.
stop.
Why does she like
Pump
sleeping on it
Pims.
like that?
It
Cat
comfy.
things.
She do what you want.
But yeah, so that is that. So you guys wake up in the morning, you go down, get breakfast. I will let the cook tell you all what you decide to eat or have been presented before.
So it's like shark bacon is the
Is it bacon or rashers?
like thick fatty shark belly cooked over a grill.
Oh man.
Shaken.
I'm not sure how you can like make bacon on a creature that has very minimal fat, but I'm gonna let it slide because that sounds cool.
Wait,
Make me a
sharks
shakenator.
aren't very fatty?
Apparently they're more muscular, but
I mean, you
all
can
right.
still make bacon.
Uh,
It's just
I don't know how sharks work, and I don't know how bacon works, so I'll let it slide.
Sounds fine.
I mean, you can still make bacon. It just won't have a lot of fat on it.
Hold on. Shark bacon.
Wow. I learned the liver is about 30% of its adult body weight.
Holy shit!
All right.
Big liver.
That is indicative of a creature that eats garbage.
Jeff, why? Why that pun? Jeff, why?
Sharks eat people, so
What could?
I mean,
what
that's
pun?
garbage. That still counts.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
And
All right. Hey, I'll let it slide. Sure. Shark bacon. Why
Shark
not?
bacon.
I don't know how food works.
Shark bacon.
Hoo-ha.
And I'm like I'm trying to find a way to like hang it right to like end up with flanks of meat that I can salt and do stuff to so that we can have shark steaks later.
Okay. Go ahead and give me survival check. Because that.
Survival. So 14.
All right. I'd imagine you would have cured foods before for longer stays on a boat, so you can figure it out. I believe it. You believe in yourself, I should say.
You
got
believe in
Believe
you.
in the me that believes in you. Yeah.
Sure.
Urine logging.
Yeah. I will also say, as the different officers come up to the deck, the sky is starting to look pretty dark.
Hmm.
Mm.
Does my affinity for storms give me any sort of extra like do I sense something weathery?
I'll give you a nature with advantage.
Something
Okay.
weathery.
Listen, I'm trying here.
Smells like burnt, weathery, shaken.
17.
All right. In short, yes. Storm is yes.
Okay.
Exact timing and like the power of said storm, hard to say. But there is definitely a storm somewhere that is in the area.
So as I serve the captain his breakfast, I say, Captain, I have since last night. You look better, by the way.
Oh right, thank you. Oh, just needed some sleep.
I have had strange feeling. I made sure we kept extra watch last night because I felt something ominous brewing, and now I feel certain that it is a storm. I do not know. Maybe I am old woman who is overly cautious, but I thought you should be aware that there may be there may be storm brewing. We should be careful.
Oh God.
Oh, well, guess I'm glad to know that the dark sky wasn't just my vision. That's a plus.
As you
After,
guys, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I am afraid there's something extra to this storm.
Yeah. As you guys are talking, Porta actually overhears this conversation, and you kind of see her wave her hand, and some green magical stuff comes off of it with a couple leaves, and she just kind of sits there for seconds, like, "Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad one."
what is bad about the leaves?
That storm. That's bad. That's a powerful one.
Portia, do you have weather magic?
More nature based, but it helped. It can do the weather.
Well, then under today's circumstances, I am glad you are with us.
Well, let me put it loosely. Scale of 1 to 5. This is probably a 4.5. Loosely.
Should we then try to take shelter on land? Get off the boat?
At this point, you all wouldn't have left yet because this would have been breakfast that morning. She kind of does her magic again, only for a little bit longer. It's not. It's weird. It's acting like it's the bad part's not gonna hit till tomorrow sometime. Weird. I've never felt a storm with this kind of patterning to it.
Do you know what direction it's coming from? Like, is it coming from not towards our port?
Well, it is in between us and Saltmarsh, and it is heading towards us.
Um, since I spent the journey here kind of charting our course along with the maps that we had readily available to us.
Yeah.
Um do do I think I can get us kind of like on a southern detour before we start heading west again to try to get around it?
Make an intelligence check on that.
Okay. Fuck. 8.
It's possible.
Oh, well, since we have a day's warning on this, we may be able to set sail a little bit of a detour, maybe a little bit away from Salt Marsh, out of the path of it, so to speak, before we turn our way there. Maybe add an extra day or so to our trip, but hopefully avoid the worst of it.
Portia,
Yes.
do you feel something supernatural in this storm?
I don't know about supernatural, but it's definitely not just a thunderstorm. I can say that.
Alright. I just want I am paranoid old woman, and I was afraid that maybe there was that we had angered someone powerful in our dealings with the earth god. We are now definitely in the domain of the sea god, and you know I was concerned.
No, it just feels like a strong storm.
Alright.
I don't have much experience with the divine side of things, honestly. I'm more of a, oh, there's a plant, you can make it do other fancy things. Look at it go, woo, yay.
Certainly. I appreciate your humoring me as best you can. Thank you.
hmm
Have extra
Um,
sharken.
just immediately scarfs it down. But yeah. So you want to chart a modified course home, is what I'm hearing?
Correct.
Okay.
Bingo.
Like more southerly, southward, so
Yeah.
we avoid where we think the storm is.
Okay. Go ahead and let me double check, make sure I ask for the right people to do the right things for me here, because there's a lot of stuff that happens. Go ahead and have the quartermaster make me a survival check
Okay, I can do that.
with a +2 because of the map. No, what's your roll? Ooh, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm
yeah.
apologizing to the crew, less to you. You get to have fun now.
Yay! Alright, so you guys set out on your course, and you travel for the better part of a day, and the sky just slowly gets darker and darker. And there is the occasional rain, but like nothing bad. And you guys actually have a smooth day of travel for the first day. No real interruptions. Go to bed for the night on the first night. Everyone takes their rotation shifts and all that jazz. Y'all wake up the second day and get your breakfast. Have a little light conversation. Nice little chats. Come above deck and there's just a wall of rain. Probably an hour out. And
In
just
the direction we need to go.
in the direction you're heading.
Shit.
Oh,
And when I say a wall of rain, I'm talking like a Category 4 hurricane.
oh, well, let's turn away from that. Possibly in a direction that's home if that doesn't lead to a water wall.
Trying to skirt around a hurricane without modern navigational equipment.
Yeah, that.
We see the hurricane. We go in the opposite direction.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's
I don't
the way
need-
you came.
This is fine. We got some extra supplies. We can do this for a few
Yeah.
more days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's get away from big nasty storm, please.
I am putting I'm putting the bad dice in dice jail.
Should we be
It's going
concerned
in
that
dice
Raiba
jail.
is off the
Yeah.
boat?
Oh, yeah, you're back
Oh,
here
am I
now.
off the boat on?
You were, yes.
Oh, okay.
Raiba
Oh, yeah, because I jumped over
overboard!
the side for the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rainbow was overboard, and then Rambo was overboard. Thank you, closed captioning.
Yeah. So you guys very quickly turn the boat around and just kind of start heading back the way you came.
Are we making distance on the wall of
Someone give
water?
me give me either a nature or perception check.
I
I'm
will
bad at
do
both
it,
those.
and
I
thanks
mean,
to Jill's, I
said
have a
was
nat
looking,
1.
So
Yeah.
I'm doing the perception thing.
I also
That's
gave
a
you a 20.
Yeah, but the nat 1 came through first. The perception with my nat 1 would be a total of 5. 'cause
Okay.
I have proficiency in that.
Mhm.
But 5. It's a whole 5.
What'd you roll, Jeff?
21 for perception.
Okay. It is slowly gaining. You do quickly figure out that what would be an hour going into it gives you about 3 hours prep going away from it. Like before you would hit the wall of rain, you have probably about 3 hours if you keep moving away from it.
What do I know from my history of sailing about surviving hurricanes?
One's this powerful?
Mhm.
Good luck.
Don't sail into them.
No, but what you would know from like a storm of this power is obviously bad news. Best thing to honestly do if you can't like completely circumvent it is try to just skirt the outside edge and just avoid as much of it as you can. Because like the deeper into the middle you get, the worse it gets. So if you can avoid the middle, that's your best bet.
Does the
Unless
hurricane
you
want to
can
be
get-
friends?
Oh god.
Maybe.
Yes,
It's a
Cube.
maybe.
It wants to give you a big hug.
Yeah.
Well,
It
if
wants
we
to
can
make
make
you
it
wet,
to the
baby.
middle, that'll be nice and calm.
We just stay
Yeah.
in the middle.
Right.
Well,
All right then.
I mean,
but no, we're I don't see a reason to change course. So we'll keep going back the way that we had come, and you said it's only 3 hours until it'll catch us?
yeah, you with the speed you're going, the speed it's moving, you've got about 3 hours before it would hit you. You ascertain.
Well, I guess we'll make 2 more hours progress, and then anchor, take down sails, and get the fuck below deck.
Alright,
I'm
I will-
guessing. I don't
one
know
thing-
anything about boats
Yeah,
personally. as
there is a
players.
very useful, very popular common boat term that would be very useful here. Batten down the hatches.
Oh yeah, that's
Which quite literally means shut anything that's open so water doesn't get in here.
Mhm.
So
Pucker your
Yeah.
holes
That-
real tight, boys. We're going around
that
in the drain.
might be applicable here.
Yep. Just try to get away. Hope it doesn't continue to follow us, and prepare for it doing that
Yeah.
because that's happening.
How do
It-
I obtain a magical sump pump?
Not a bucket.
Maybe if we had a large
It's called a
explosive,
bucket.
we could use that to diffuse the hurricane.
Uh-huh.
This hurricane's also full of sharks that are running around and
It's Sharknado.
They're coming for their brethren.
Sharkcane.
They could smell the rashers.
Sharkcane.
Wait, no, it's not Sharknado. It's a hurricane full of bears.
Oh my god, no.
It's a barricade.
Barricade, no.
Note to self,
Grizzlycane.
write a stat block for a barricade.
Oh lord.
Anyway, so you guys want to go ahead and it doesn't look like the storm's following you. Like it is going the same direction as you, but it's not like locked onto you. If
I
that makes
never
sense.
would have had that thought, but now that you've pointed it out, I am very scared.
Well, I mean, so it's not.
It is traveling the same direction as you currently.
God, I'm
But
scared to look
if
at
you
this.
were to try and turn and say, like, skirt the edge of it, it is not going to, like, it will keep going the direction it is going.
Okay, so we could like turn to the west and possibly keep on the edge of it while also trying to make our way home.
Yeah. Like, you could
Okay.
skirt the edge of it, and it would not, it would just keep
What's
going.
a ring bear? What the fuck
So-
is that?
Alright, so do you wanna, are you just gonna drop anchor then, or do you wanna actually try and, like, go around it as best you can? Because I feel like I didn't make it very clear that you could go around it.
no. If it looks
Bad
like we
squatch.
can possibly skirt it and get out of its way, then I would rather do that. It sounded like it was just unavoidable. Like,
No,
no, it's
you're going to hit some of it, but you can definitely avoid most of it if you go around.
okay. Because I was thinking like it's too big to try to get around, so getting away was the only option.
No, yeah, that was my fault for not making it clear enough. You could go through the middle of it if you want to.
No.
Probably a bad idea.
No. Yes, terrible idea. We're going to skirt it.
But yeah, it is possible to skirt the edge of it. You still, again, will be in a bit of a storm for some of it, but by no means will you be taking on the full force of it.
So Cube linked a
Okay, so
thing in chat
you
of
order your
different
crew to
weird
go ahead and
shit
attempt to skirt it.
that people have come up with
I
for monsters.
have checks for people to make then.
And
So-
there's like
Each officer actually makes a unique check for this.
adult sword dragon.
So the captain is a water vehicle check with intelligence.
This man.
All right.
Tooth of
The first
wisdom.
mate would be intimidation
Narf.
to keep the crew, or intimidation or persuasion to not let the crew freak out too much.
Instantly intimidation. It's a 21 there.
Okay. The quartermaster would do a survival in order to handle navigation as best they can.
Mm-hmm.
And the bosun would do a carpenter tools plus strength in order to ensure the quality and strength of the ship.
I think for Ryba, he's just threatening to let Mr. Bubbles out if people don't hurry up.
What? Okay.
Okay, that's that. That's that. What'd you roll, Jeff?
7.
Okay. Okay,
This
so
die is
take
behaving itself today.
For
taking
This one-
now.
all of
That one's
Yeah.
a dick.
taking all of those into account, Jeff, give me
Yeah.
a crew quality roll.
Alright, so that's still +2.
Yeah, +2.
Why did I roll the same die? 9.
Okay. So you guys go about your individual jobs, doing your things, and the storm is slowly getting closer and closer and closer, and you know it's coming, and you do eventually get wrapped up in some of it. You keep going, and over the course of about a half hour, you go a touch deeper than you intended. Quickly give me a con save
it.
for the mast, Jeff.
We went too deep and now okay, never mind. Never mind. Let me just roll my die. Shut up.
You need a con from everybody or just Jeff?
It's actually the ship's mast that's rolling a con
the
save
mast,
right
okay.
now.
Yeah, 'cause, it's a 20.
Okay, so it would take
The boat's gonna roll better than we ever do.
Boy.
4 bludgeoning damage as the wind begins to kind of start to bend it. I don't believe the mast has a damage threshold yet.
No, just the hull.
Okay, yeah. So there is actually no save for the mast, so put that on the sails. Because I just realized there is no actual save for the mast, even though I feel like there should be.
Okay.
Anyhow,
So, you said it was 4 points of damage?
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and have everyone give me another round of those previous checks.
This is the bad die. No.
I'll let him out.
That's a 10, dog.
Okay.
11.
All right. What'd you roll, Jules?
21.
Okay. Quick mental math, because that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so
Mess.
Is it really? Mast, break.
okay. Go
No.
ahead and give me
Math, math.
another crew quality roll, then, Jeff.
Okay. That's the bad one. That was also bad. Let's roll this way. I hate you. 9.
9.
Okay. So You guys are continuing your sailing through, trying to fight with it and try to take it as far to the outside edge as you can. The wind keeps like pulling it back closer to the middle ever so slightly. About another half hour-ish or so, and give me another con save for the boat.
14.
Okay. Um, and one of the handrails on the hull actually kind of starts to splinter a little bit with some of the wind force. Rolled below the damage threshold, so no damage on that one.
Woo!
All right. And you guys are actually at this point you're thinking you're starting to see the edge of the storm again. So go ahead and give me another round of those previous checks, please.
Damn. Boat sweat. Shit.
What the fuck?
I don't
Feel
wanna
like bad. Feel like this was not a good round.
Oh, it is just a goldfish, huh?
um.
I'm
Alright.
having issues keeping up. Oh no. Say that.
I
Sorry,
had a nat
Mom walked on my room.
1 plus 5, so 6.
Okay, so
Sorry,
go ahead and give me one more crew quality check, please.
Crew hates me now. No redemption. That is 13.
Okay. You guys, you swear there's a break, and you see it, and you're steering towards it, and
Yep.
right when you're probably 50 feet from it, a gust of wind just kind of takes the ship and just turns it hard right back into the storm, ever so slightly more. And
At this rate,
on the bright side, you're on the other side of it at this point. You're just along for the ride right now.
no one can
So-
hear it over all the winds, but Tyrion is cursing up a storm.
And
It was worth it for Jeff's face.
yeah, go ahead and I don't want this to go on for too much longer, so give me one last round of checks.
I would have left, but we're busy. Finally!
I think with that, I'm going to with that crit. That's me fulfilling with my intimidation and opening up the bubble one more time.
Release the
So,
goldfish.
what did you roll, Jills? Okay. I will
Jills.
say,
22 for me.
okay, the crit counts as 2 successes.
Yay!
So give me. Tell you what, Jeff, would you like someone else to roll the last crew quality check?
No, it's fine. I got it.
Give me another one then.
There, 16. Fuck you, crew, but don't. Do better.
You all managed to get coordinated, get talking, get the crew behind you, and just you feel a break of the wind coming. Just throw the ship hard left, and you just come out of the ocean more or less. Give. Hold on. So that is.
Are there any crew members in
Ooh.
danger of being blown overboard?
Yeah, has anyone seen Boy lately?
He's literally accidentally tied himself onto one of the ropes of the sail.
Boy has added a U to his name and is floating in the ocean.
You all managed to get out of the storm, break free, and go on your way. And the as you all are finally on your way out, the hull does take 20 damage, but all things considered, that could have been much worse.
I should have took mending.
Mending does not cover boats.
It's a magical boat.
Yeah,
It's a construct. Got it.
I will say though, after that stressful of a storm, the crew quality score does go down by 4.
Okay.
Because I rolled for it and I just happened to roll high. I am sorry.
Oh no. Oh no.
So yeah. But you all managed to get your way out of the storm with no casualties and fairly minimal damage.
Question.
Yes.
How much money were the crew's promised wages?
The city said they would take care of it and did not give you an amount.
Did say they would take care of, from my knowledge of what it is to be a sailor.
About 2 gold a day-ish. That varies from region to region.
I want to talk sometime before we reach port, right? As part of a way, because I can like sense some of the unease within
stressful.
the crew and whatever.
Mhm.
I want to talk about using some of the ship's funds that we have for supplies and stuff for a bonus for the crew, because that was a lot and they did good.
Oh, I have an even better idea.
Mm.
We're getting paid for Rich Boy, but we're not paying him. So why don't we go ahead and split up his pay amongst the other crew members instead of pocketing it?
Sounds good. This sounds good. Um, do you which of us will handle collecting and distributing the payments? I can take care of this if you would like.
Sure, since you do most of the other, financial duties of the ship, I think that would make sense.
Um,
Just,
from my
let me know if you need help counting.
all right. I will take off La Chanclas for to assist with the counting.
The extra digits.
Without saying anything in particular to him, I'm gonna do what he said, but also from my personal pocket, put a little bit of granny sweetening in everybody's belt pouch.
More food.
Not like that. Ew.
So one thing
Jeff.
that I will say, one other thing happens real quickly. Once you guys have only been out of the storm for like a minute, Merrick, you get a message.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. It's
You
my
get a
boss.
message.
I thought there were more rolls. Fuck.
No, no. You get a message from Anders. We've had some development with the story behind that smuggling ship. Come see me when you're back in port.
Can I reply?
You have 25 words.
You don't have to use them all, you just have 25.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
That sounds about right for Merrick.
Hey, he only gets one message out to you. It's not like you can come back and be like, and?
Oh, it's like a single letter if you were texting.
It's true. True.
It's like responding. Okay.
What are the roaming charges on this damn stone?
But yeah, so you all, after you go through that storm, it more or less is an uneventful trip back to Saltmarsh. You guys do get back rather late though, and you are a day and a half later than you would have expected. But you're back in
Not good.
town. Yeah. I will also say 2 things in relation to your crew. Now that you are back in port, you will have lost your +2 bonus for the first voyage for the quality score of theirs.
So is that going down by another 2?
No, as in it's going.
It had a bonus and now it's gone.
Yeah, it's a score of 10 right now, right?
Aye.
Well,
so
no, it was
14
a
with the +2.
14.
Yeah.
Well, it was 14, but then we took
Yeah, they hit a
Uh,
4, which would bring it
4.
to 10.
Yeah, so now
Yeah.
it's down to 8.
Yeah, it would be 8 now. There are, if you do shore leave though, you do get a +1 score for each day they're in shore.
Let's fire them all
Well-
and get a new crew.
Well-
we probably need to wait to see what Anders has to say before we determine any shore leave.
Yeah.
So
Well, I will go ahead and say, how much extra are you going to give them on top of their usual salaries?
So each person was getting 2 gold, right?
Give or take, yeah.
per day.
How long were we gone?
About a week.
Okay. So everyone's getting about 14 gold. There were 6 crew members now. We have 7. We didn't agree to pay Colta though.
No, he's basically just said he'll come work for you under the circumstance of you take him back to his home eventually.
Okay.
So
So everyone
Like
gets
an
an extra
internship.
2 gold except for Brian, because Brian's not getting paid. So we give everybody Brian's like 2 gold from Brian's pay, and then all 6 of them get another 2 gold from Granny.
go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 6.
You rolled a 6 on it?
I did.
Okay, so your quality score was 14 before the storm. Storm dropped it down to 10.
Nope, it just
Lost-
slid, so it's still there.
You lost the first sale bonus, which dropped it down to 8. You now add 6 back to that for the extra pay.
Hey,
So
14. Woo!
in other words, that's a very fancy way of saying nothing happened.
You broke
Nothing
even.
happened.
I mean, lots happened,
Woo!
but we broke even.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to take the money away.
But yeah,
So
so
Do they for the shore leave thing, if we do end up in port for a while, because I imagine we'll be at least one day while I have to talk to Anders. But does it just go up from shore leave? Is there an upper cap on it?
there is an upper cap on it. Of the highest that the crew quality score can go is the charisma stat of the highest officer.
Oh,
So the highest it can go would technically be Ryba's charisma stat overall.
Yay!
That being said, about the shore leave, it's not very clear because of course it's not. Why would the book go into detail?
Detail is for nerds. Oh, wait.
One thing I will say, after like that stressful of a voyage, it can at least go up a little bit. The exact number would vary, but typically speaking, yes, that it can go up after that.
okay.
Although it would only go up if you're only there for a day, it would only go up by 1, which is a 15, which is no
Yeah.
different than a 14. So
Right.
anyway, but yeah, you guys come into dock. One thing I will say, you notice as you all are coming in the dock, let me quickly flip over to the Saltmarsh City page. So you guys, this is your boat over here. It's coming in here. Woo, look at it go. Oh, there's no grid here, so I gotta drag it. There's your boat. Whoop-de-doo. Yay.
Fuck yeah, boat!
You all... Merrick, you definitely noticed this. There's a figure on this dock just kind of staring off into the water. It's got a very large black hat with like a very wide
I
brim.
totally forgot I had that.
And
jaw
it's got
sound.
a very, very worn red coat that the collar seems to extend up to the brim of the hat, and it's just kind of standing there, staring off into the distance.
Okay.
Stop it, Sven. Try to focus here.
Anyone that looks familiar to me or a dress that I
Uh,
recognize?
You-
Your
Robo steak.
internet's a thing again.
History check if you would like.
Okay.
What does the
More dice
history
rolling,
say?
Yay!
Yay!
9.
Yay!
No. No one's that's familiar to you.
An odd bastard just sitting there staring off.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh,
Okay.
a piece of candy.
Yeah, you guys take your boat. Whoa, yay, look, there's an empty dock here. What do you know? What are the odds? Hey, and you put your boat in the dock, whoop-de-doo. And
Thanks, steak.
it's like 1 a.m., so.
Perfect. Perfect time.
Mm-hmm. And, how late y'all want to go?
I want to know
'Cause-
what Anders says.
Okay. Yeah. He's actually, by the docks, funnily enough, even though it's late.
That late? Wow.
Yeah. And he actually specifically sees you guys and comes over. And, well, I hope your jaunt into wherever you were was, useful and helpful for whatever it is you were doing.
Aye, very helpful. We ran into a bit of a storm, though. Very tired. Surprised to see you here this late. Oh, this must be important.
Been a busy couple of days. So long story short, the council wants to speak to the four of you. And they wanted me to come invite you personally, and they want you there the first morning you're available. So,
Alright.
yeah.
Ominous.
Apparently, we got some info out of that sea elf fellow you all found, and they want to talk to the people who are there. Find out more, and possibly have some more work for you all.
That
Sure.
sounds good.
So,
Well, let me, let's, relay the message to the crew that we're going to be, probably in port for at least a day. And, we'll meet with the council tomorrow. I don't guess they're going to be sleeping in quite as late as we are. So we might be a little bit late in the morning because, you know, it's been a few days on sea and we've all been through a storm.
just as long as you show up sometime tomorrow.
Yeah,
They did.
we'll be there.
They specifically requested all four of you as well, just to be abundantly
Yep.
clear. So,
We'll be there.
all right. Well,
Technically 6 of us if you count birds and dragons, but yeah, we'll all be there.
just kind of looks over.
What's
It's just
my
like,
fish?
I'm
Sorry.
I'm going to bed. You all have a good rest.
Oh, right.
And he just
7.
walks off towards his manor.
Always forget the goldfish. It's even part of the figurehead on her ship, and I keep forgetting the fucking thing.
I feel like Mr. Bubble knows. I feel like he enjoys the lurk. I
I
said
don't know what
lurk,
a
you
fish fucking
dumbass
thinks.
thing.
So, yeah. How late do you guys want to go?
I am oddly
Uh,
tired and I need to clean off beds, so sooner rather
I was
than
gonna say,
later.
this is a good stopping point.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I also know sometimes we like to go a little bit later, and I have some more prepared, but I can just use it next week, so we can call it here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, hopefully, the storm wasn't too bad.
Cube.
I almost
So-
got it in time.
Apparently now you're
No,
a
no,
wish
no.
cube.
All of my d20s are cursed. It's fine.
All of them.
All
Every
of them.
last
I,
one.
I every time I had a bad roll, I picked up another one and had another bad roll.
Maybe that hand is just cursed. Maybe roll with the other hand.
Probably. I mean, it did
Bad
try
Hobble.
to break off of my body when I was younger, so
Yep.
maybe that
Payback.
was.
You brought it
Yeah.
back by talking about it.
Yeah.
All right, all you
I
people
had a
out
good
there
time.
in
Thanks, Prince.
Hobble Land.
Yep.
This is Jills.
Oh,
Jills
right.
is the
We're
one.
Hi, hello, goodbye.
This is Perfectus. He's less fuzzy or more fuzzy. Oh God, I made mistakes. This is Cube or Calf. This is This is not even
Wait,
the same
what?
damn household. This is Steak.
I'm somehow by comparison the only normal one here.
Yep, definitely
That's a
is.
Yeah,
And no
Alright,
longer
Marvin
a
the
chair
Martian.
is Cube. And you all know
Hello.
me. We're all going to bed now or doing various night-related things. That sounds real bad. I'm gonna stop talking now. Y'all have a great night. Goodbye.
Good
Hello.
night, stream. Have a beautiful time.